says how I'm feeling. It's the best. That's why I love Taylor Swift. So I'm really into this song right now. That song is called Different Drummer, and that's the Stone Ponies. Linda Ronstadt documentary. I really recommend it. I forget what it's called. I think it's let's look up Linda Ronstadt documentary. I went to go see it at like a nice, cute little, small theater in New York City yesterday where the screen was legit smaller than most TVs in apartments nearby. Like, it was just, you're just like, I could just watch. And then it's a CNN documentary. I was with my friend. I was like, we could have watched this on CNN. I'm pretty sure. Just like it's too small. The screen was small. And, but God, I'm into rock docs now. I was just talking about it with our guest today before the show. Andrew Collins here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Look at you stepping out going to a movie
Yesterday
in a movie
was
theater.
such a movie day in New York City. It was rainy.
Yeah.
Harrison Greenbaum is also here, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the show, comedian and magician Harrison Greenbaum.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Oh, my God. That's so nice that you have a catchphrase that you can say when people say what you do.
I'm the only one. I'm the first person to come up with
Comedian,
that one.
you can go, ba-dum-tsh.
Right. Well, it's like that Pete Holmes bit where, like, when you enjoy a joke, you can laugh, but there's no, like, magic. Like, when you respond to magic.
You just clap. I guess.
Yeah, that is weird. What's your favorite response to magic?
Well, there's the big moment at the end of my show where I do a trick, and I used to close with that, like, baby trick. Do you ever see me when I used to close with that thing?
Yes.
I would
When
literally
you kill a baby?
I do. I murder a baby.
Yeah, and then it comes back to life, and then he kills it again.
Yeah, ta-da!
Ta-da! But like I would do a trick, and it would the reaction was just stunned silence because they didn't know the trick would actually work.
Yes.
And then I would wait till 1 second before they would clap. I love that like silence where they're all like, "Wait, what just happened?" And then clapping, and I would wait right before that, and I would yell at them for like 2 minutes for not clapping.
Oh,
at
right.
This miracle.
Yes, because they're just trying to put together what they just saw.
Yeah, they're trying to
and
process.
They can't believe it. That's such a cool feeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel that with jokes where it's such a smart, like, not smart, but yeah, it's essentially smart. Like, it's such a subtle line that is so brilliant that the lag on it is like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I love those where they haven't figured it out, and your expression is like, I just did a joke. So they're like, wait, what was it? And then they start piecing it together, and that's such a fun moment.
Or when you hear something
lag.
like, and you go, okay, this is what I'm going to think of every time I encounter that thing.
Yes.
Like every time you get on an escalator, like that Hedberg joke about escalators comes into your head. Like it's such a perfect encapsulation of what that thing is.
Oh, I love. That's the best thing about comedy, I think, is that it can change. I don't like to take art too seriously. I think actors take themselves too seriously. You're just playing make believe, but you are making us feel something. Like, I get emotional from watching good acting performances. Obviously, there's some value in it, but they all take themselves a little too seriously. And I was talking about this last night about like dating actors and how it's just I can't care, or even not even dating actors.
You can't
trying
even
to be
act
an actress. Like, I wanted to be an actress, but then I realized the level of care, like how much you have to care, and I just can't care that much about a role. I just don't. I'm not going to practice hard enough. Comedy, however,
so
I can care
comedians are
enough.
just actors who lack empathy.
Who lack not even just the drive to do something kind of stupid. Whereas comedy, I feel like, is not actors. It's not stupid, but it's just you. I don't know. I felt like out of control as an actor because you have to do other people's material. Comedy is so much more. You're in control of everything,
Yeah.
and for control freaks and perfectionists, it's just it hits you in all the right places. Like with comedy, I can just but I was saying this last night. Of course, we remember amazing acting performances, but yeah, comedy, the best is when it changes your perception. Like, I will say that Louis C.K.'s joke about flying across the country and how we complain.
A seat in the sky.
Yeah,
a chair in the sky.
I never complain about air travel. It is so rare, and you travel with me all the time. It is so rare that we will get delayed and I'll go like, or have any kind of exhaustion by it ever. If we're on the plane and there's a gas leak and everyone has to get like. Anything that happens, I just don't care because I am so grateful that I even get to do his thing about this Wi-Fi is not working. It's like, give it a second. It has to travel to space. You get to 100 years ago to go across the country. You would, what does he say? He was like, a bunch of people would die along the way. You get there with a whole different group of people than when you started. Like, babies
like that
would
game
be born.
Oregon Trail.
Yes, it was essentially
Everyone
that.
dead of dysentery.
Yes, and now you just take a shit and watch a movie and you land. And it's like...
You take an airplane shit?
No, but that's what Louis
do.
says in the bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You don't?
That feels like an aggressive move to take the bathroom that long.
I can go anywhere. If I have to go, I'll go.
Yeah, I like a public shit, actually.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
There's no Mile High Club for shit.
But that's
there
the
isn't?
joke that does it for me. I never.
What if you jerk off?
Does that count? Is
I
that a
jerked
half
off
mile?
on one plane, I think.
in the bathroom
Yeah.
or under your blanket?
Oh,
You took the blanket in the bathroom?
Well, it was the first time I got first class.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had to
I mean-
use it up. I had a lot of space.
Well,
It
that's
was
my
bit-
joke, kind of. You're stepping all
Oh,
over.
I'm sorry.
Oh, do you remember that joke that I
No,
did
I
every
don't
single
do-
night after you? It's on my special too. You know, like I was jerking off on a plane. I said I was masturbating on a plane, and I go, I thought you. I was like, I was chronically masturbating. I even did it on a plane. The flight attendant caught me, and she was like, you can't do that here. And I go, well, it was first class, and she goes, yeah, I know, but I'm in coach. I wandered up here. You don't remember that joke? Oh my God.
When did you do this?
It should
Not
change
on this
the way
special.
you think about. Yes, it is.
This.
Yes,
it's
dude,
on banging.
It's on banging.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of funny.
It's a good line.
Yeah, like it.
You should say it again.
Yeah,
Yeah, you should put that on your special. That's
I
great.
might. Well, no one remembers it, so I can just keep
we know
repeating
where
it.
it started. I'm sorry. I swear to God.
No,
Andrew's gonna
of
take
course,
writing
I don't
credit
think-
for it
No,
now?
but it's
How
so
insane
weird.
would
No,
that
but
be
I
if
know
you
your
brought up a-
special. I've heard it 1,000 times.
I believe the joke is I was chronically masturbating. I even tried to do it on a plane once. I got caught by the flight attendant.
Yeah.
She walked up. I was like, I'm sorry. And she was like, I go, but this is first class. I thought we could.
Yeah.
She's like, you're in coach. You just walked up here. And I go, I thought if I was beyond the curtain, it would be okay.
You could
so
go
the
under
idea
your
of
own
me just
curtains.
wandering
Yeah.
up there to jerk off
yeah.
near a seat. It's pretty funny.
That's how you become a terrorist.
What jokes have
take a-
changed the way you look at things? Any ones that stand out? Like every time Harrison said that escalators. Yeah, you think of the Mitch Hedberg
Yeah.
joke that's temporarily stairs when an escalator is shut down.
The Lewis Black cold joke. It's
What's
so
that?
cold. He has a thing about it's so cold you can't think any thought that you start to think about something like, what should I do? Ah, fuck, it's cold.
Yes, that's one that comes to mind for sure.
I love Norm Macdonald where he's talking about his uncle that's died of a heart attack in his bed. And he's like, he died peacefully in his sleep. And it's like, no, he had a heart attack. And then he died on the floor. And he's like, I don't know.
Yes.
That whole thing about like.
Because you think about death a
'Cause
lot.
every-
so
yeah,
that's
I
Do you
do
think
think
about that
about
every time one of your uncles dies of a heart attack?
I'm
No, he
hoping.
thinks about it every time he lays his head on a pillow.
Yeah, my point
A
is
soy
that
sauce stained pillow.
you don't die peacefully. You don't like. They always say that. Oh, he died
can.
peacefully in
Yeah,
his sleep.
we've-
How do
you've
we
se-
know?
I don't know, but it's like some people
I
just
guess
like.
that didn't change my life forever. I guess it's not like an observation.
No, it's just one that
see
you
all the-
think about.
Yes, it's
That's
one
what
I
was
think about.
asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to think of any other
When Ben
ones.
Stiller put the cum in Cameron Diaz's hair.
Yes.
That changed my life.
I think about that a lot.
You know, I was too young. I saw the movie and I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah, I didn't
had,
either.
I had
Oh,
not
really?
No
come
idea.
yet when I saw that. So
I
I
had
didn't
no
know
idea what
that
would-
was. I didn't know what that was.
I had no idea what it was. I don't know what I thought. I thought it was,
Yeah.
but I just
Like
breezed
a
past
glue?
that scene. It was fine.
Did you
I
laugh?
had no idea what was
It
happening.
wasn't a plot hole for me where I go. I saw when Harry. Or what was this? There's something about Mary. I saw that movie with my dad. I
I saw it
begged
with
I
my
him.
saw
mom.
it with my parents in a
I saw it
hotel
with my
room. It was
mom.
raining and like we were.
But I don't remember
yeah.
being like, Dad, what is that? Like, I don't remember questioning it. I just let it go and was like, well, I guess that's for me to. That is the thing that I want to tell parents about. Why are so protective of your kid about seeing things that if they don't understand it, they're not going. And kid. They're not going to be like, I need to get that cum in my hair. Like, kids don't think that way. Kids are able to have some space where you go, that's an adult thing. I'll learn it later. At least I remember as a kid, I wasn't like, oh my God, that person's smoking. I want to smoke. It was like, that's an adult thing. Like, you can suspend it. Like coffee. Kids aren't dying to have coffee, but you see adults drinking it all the time. You're just like, ew. And you think, I'll never drink coffee.
Remember your
It
first
just-
beer where you're like, what is this shit?
Disgusting. Yeah. Kids, if they're exposed to things too early, they can either not understand it and be okay with that. They're not going to like go have sex if they accidentally see my special. They're not going to start blowing guys in the street. Your child. You know what I mean?
Although
Like,
what a great ad that would be.
I mean, to your child.
It did.
Oh yeah, like if women just were blowing guys all the no. If anything, it's prevented that. But it's just like I don't know.
I didn't even get sex for a while. Like I knew that a penis had to go in a vagina because I
Yes.
was like a smart kid. And I knew that was like how sex worked.
Sure.
But I didn't understand the concept of an erection, so I couldn't. I thought they were like threading it in. Like I didn't know how
Oh,
it.
yeah.
How do you put it in? I didn't
When
understand.
I found out it went inside, I remember where I was when I found that out. I was in my dad's, in my
Camaro.
Yeah, my dad.
Oh God.
Disgusting.
Oh.
I was in my
You
grandma's
swore you had a
house.
secrecy.
And my cousin JD goes, no, it goes inside. And I'm like, JD, shut up. No, it doesn't. Because I just thought they rubbed together.
Yeah.
Like I just thought
starting
you
a
just
fire?
kind of rub it on each other. But I go, it goes inside. And he goes, yeah, your dad's penis has been inside your mom to make you. And I just like couldn't fathom it.
Yeah.
It goes inside.
I guess it doesn't have to.
I mean,
To make a baby, like you could just throw cum in there. You know what I mean? You don't.
I mean,
it doesn't.
something
have
has to go inside.
yeah, I mean, you could like put it in with your fingers, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
But
Or like a
I mean, I would say
turkey
most
baster.
people are made with a penis inside.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm saying it doesn't have to happen.
I don't know that was a logical.
I also did you know how to jerk
Thing.
off immediately? I didn't even know. Nobody taught me the technique.
No, I didn't know until I was
I-
28.
Yeah, I rubbed on
I
everything.
seriously did it.
I was doing it wrong. I did it like an N64 controller for a while because I didn't know that.
Oh.
I thought I didn't know. No, your dad doesn't sit you down and go, "Let me show you how to do
Yours
that."
Yeah,
didn't?
that's a good point.
My dad taught me. He's like,
he just humped jacuzzi jets.
yeah, yeah, for a long
that's a
time.
good thing.
For
That's
like
a good idea.
Yeah, but it would burn. I don't
Yeah,
think
it
it
was
was
very
good.
hot.
Yeah.
You
it's
didn't
not
turn the
that-
temp down.
I turned it up.
Oh.
Yeah.
It would just like after a while the pressure.
The pressure would-
He can't come unless the vagina is 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Actually, the opposite. To me. It's got to be like dry ice. But
Yeah, he jerks off dry. It's a thing about him. If you don't know this about Andrew, which I don't know why you would. He
I wrote
only-
you the letter.
Oh, man.
You didn't get my letters? I sent you a letter every day for 10 years.
The notebook.
No, he grew up jerking off without lotion. He just is a dry boy.
A dry boy.
Yeah, I'm a dry boy.
B-O-I? Is it D-R-I-B-O-I? Is that
Yeah,
how you spell
it's
it?
gotta be.
Dry boy.
D-R-O-I.
For life.
Dry boy,
B.O.I..
and so now, he doesn't like when women are too wet because because he's jerked off for so many years and didn't have a partner to.
It distracts him from his hand.
Like he can only come from like a calloused, battered, chapped vagina.
Can I
Yeah.
use chap? That's not in my.
No, I stole it from
joke.
Patton Oswalt.
Oh,
Actually,
damn it.
Patton Oswalt has a joke that goes, battered, chapped pussy. Like there's something that he goes, write it in the sky with gossamer teardrops.
I picture Andrew.
Battered, chapped pussy.
I picture Andrew like dabbing a vagina the way you like take the grease off a pizza. Like
Yes,
he takes
the
a paper
napkin.
towel and he just tries to get the.
Hilarious.
I'd
The
fold
extra
it. I'd
calories.
fold it for sure.
Oh my god. Speaking of getting ladies wet, Andrew went on a date last night.
Yeah, I told her about dry last night. That's probably not smart. I don't know.
Actually, it takes the pressure off a lady.
Yeah,
if you're
I
like, I
guess.
like a dry puss, and you're like, oh, good. Well, I wasn't planning on getting wet for you anyway. You man who is 15 years older than me.
Yeah.
It's a young lady.
Yeah, she-
a very
24.
young lady.
24. I met her Friday night. I know.
Was it
Don't give me
through
that
the
look,
apps?
Noah.
Was it an app
Huh?
thing?
No, it was a real life thing.
Oh.
She was at a show, and she it is bad because she recognized me.
Andrew was
Oh.
gonna stay in on Friday night and just like eat sushi in bed and just be a piece of shit. And I made him come to the stand because I had shows at the stand, the cellar, and the stand again. And I was like, "What are you gonna do?" He doesn't like going places where he's not performing. I understand that, but I was just like, "Come hang out. Like you need to be seen. Like just don't stay inside all night. That's depressing." He comes out and then he meets a lady
Yeah.
and he got a spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was two wet spots. It was hot.
Yeah, you got.
So I ended up meeting her, but she was on a date. She was like making out with the guy at the
Oh,
bar,
no.
like hard.
The
And
stand
I-
is kind of a cool, sceney place. Like there
stand
are
is-
hot young singles there.
Yeah.
Every night when I go on stage and I go, "Who's single?" Everyone in the room is single. So if you're a New York singleite, go to the stand.
Yes.
And then that's like a cool hang spot, even if you're not going to a show.
Yeah, it's great.
Shout out stand.
And
Okay.
if you're
was like-
dating a European, go to the cellar.
Yeah,
There are so many European couples.
there really are. That's if you're looking
came
for a
all the
couple.
way here.
If you're looking for some couple play, European, Norwegian couple play, the stand is the place.
I love
Or the
American
cellar.
comedy.
Okay.
No, so
So-
I met her, and I was like, oh my, she is gorgeous. I couldn't believe this.
How did you meet her?
She just, I was standing by like the stage room or whatever, the room downstairs, and she walked by and she goes, "Oh, Andrew Collin, Puddles." Yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, it's me." And she's like, "Oh my God, you're so funny." And she hugged me, and I was like, "That's like the most beautiful girl like I've ever seen." Like she was gorgeous. And then I see her go into the showroom and sit next to her date and like laugh together at all the joke, laugh at you, like oh, and then they were making out by the bar like hard, and then out on the street. And I'm watching, I'm seeing my girlfriend getting made out with that she doesn't know it, But in
What
my
did she
mind,
say?
I was like
Didn't she-
jealous,
Wait,
like
so
in a
then
way.
he left and you just swooped in?
No,
No. So
Didn't
then-
she say something to you where you were like, "This is the girl of my dreams"? Like, didn't she say something kind of funny or?
No,
I
just
can't
how
ever
pretty
get
she
wet.
was.
So it was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
she was
yeah,
just a fan and pretty. But
Yeah.
I thought
she had a
said
fan on her
something funny.
vagina. Huh? No, nothing funny.
Oh, okay.
Maybe she said I was funny, which is the
Yeah,
first
then
time
it's
I've
good
ever
enough,
heard that.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And then and so then she told me her name, and then I looked up her name on Instagram, and then I found her because she follows
first
me.
name?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then she was private, but she has this like VCSO or something. Like you could find pictures, like you click on something. And so
Yeah.
then I friend requested her.
Yeah, you sent me that link.
Yeah, you scrolled.
Yeah, I scrolled. I saw her.
She's hot.
Yeah.
She looks like a Persian princess.
She looks
Jasmine?
Yes, she
Yeah.
kind of does. Yes.
And yeah, it is Jasmine. And and then I write.
She's a Karen Feehan look.
You think?
Yes.
I think
But I
she
didn't
looks
see her in
like
person.
Mila Kunis kind of, or
Oh,
like an
interesting.
Andre Plaza.
I don't know.
Audrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah, Aubrey
Oh,
Plaza.
nice. Okay, yes.
Okay, so then I write her. I go, I don't know if that was your boyfriend or just a date, but I just want to let you know that I think you're stunning, and
Stunning.
and thank you for listening to Puddles, which is my podcast. Check it out. And then she writes back, "Hey, I'd love to see you do comedy sometime." Like going over the boy, didn't even mention the boyfriend thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck, it's done. And I was like, all right, cool. So that wasn't your boyfriend? Ha ha ha. And then nothing. And then later that night at like 1 a.m, she wrote me. She's like, I don't know. I forgot exactly what she said. But then I was like, oh, she goes, that's not my boyfriend. And I go, oh, well, then I get to take you out. She goes, well, if you're going to force me. And then boom. And then next thing you know, we're on a date the next night. It was awesome.
Okay, what'd you
And
do?
We got
How dry did you make her? How dry?
I mean, we went to that ice bar. We flew to Reykjavik or whatever.
Sauna.
And they're that bar that's like everything's ice. Even like the bar is
Yeah.
ice. Yeah. It's like an igloo. So we end up going to a place in Murray Hill. She lives there. And I was like, fuck Murray. You know, everyone talks shit about Murray Hill.
Everybody's
I
a
don't
Jewish
know.
speech pathologist.
Yeah.
His dad paid for their apartments.
Or yes, yeah, or
Or a finance
Chad,
bro.
Brad,
Yeah.
they like make fun of everyone. So I was like, oh, and then she wrote like 100 with like red and it's like they got the best spicy margs, 100. So I was
Like
like,
the
wow.
100 emoji.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, she's young and she lives in Murray Hill. This is gonna maybe I like chose the wrong. Like I never met her or talked to her.
Yeah.
And then she ended
You
up
did
being-
talk to her.
not really,
Oh,
just
okay, it
through
was just-
Instagram.
You met her at the stand.
I know for 2 seconds.
Oh, got it.
And then
And
she
then
was
watched her
blowing
make
that guy
out with
by the
somebody
bar.
else from
Yeah.
the bushes.
Yeah.
Just like does his head
I brought
like the
in a
neighbor
bush.
in Home Improvement, just eyes.
Wilson.
So volleyball. So anyways, we end up talking. She's fun. She's like, she got a low voice, which I like. I like a hot woman with a low voice.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Do you like a girly voice or a low voice?
I'm good with anything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I already have a high voice, so if they have a too low voice, then it just seems like we had like a Freaky Friday.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I have to be a little bit
hilarious.
careful.
Yeah. So anyways,
I think it's good. Well,
yeah.
it
no.
might
We end up
be-
hanging out. We
Does
talk.
she sound like your mom?
Maybe she does have oxygen, so that's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, hey, oh look who it is, all the
Hey-o.
dick.
Oh my God, Ian Finance.
Lock
Hello,
the door.
Ian. Yeah, lock the
Lock the
gate.
door. Lock the gate. No, you can't just come in here.
Yeah, why not?
All right, see you later.
See you later, Ian.
Hi.
What are you doing? Are you leaving?
I just did Jim and Sam.
Oh, okay. You want to just sit in for this segment?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
let's do
thank
it.
you.
All right. Hi,
You know,
everybody.
hi, Ian Finance. We're talking about a date that Andrew went. Ian Finance is here, everyone. He was doing Jim and Sam around the corner. And now he's here. I'm so excited to see
Hi.
you. Harrison Greenbaum's here. Andrew
Hey.
Collins here. Welcome to the show, Ian.
Hey.
So we're in the middle. Andrew went on a date that he met a girl at the stand on Friday night.
No way.
She was making out with a guy at the bar. He found her because she is a fan of his and recognized him at the stand. They hugged briefly. She's gorgeous. He slid into her DMs. She slid back. They arranged a date for the next night, Saturday night. They met Friday, went out Saturday. Was that
Sunday.
right? Sunday. Went out Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're on the date.
First place, we go to this place called Bank. It's like kind of fancy.
Okay.
Split French fries.
Did she pick it or you?
She picked it.
Okay.
It's her area.
What
we were
area?
gonna go to Garden. We were gonna go to Olive Garden. That was like the joke. And then I don't know, whatever. Anyway, so then we end up going to Bank. She gets a drink. I get a ginger ale. I end up telling her that I got arrested twice and then I like dry pussy, which probably isn't smart.
How did that all come
That's
out?
how you open.
Actually, dry pussy wasn't until 2 bars later. But
Okay, yeah.
after I had 2
bars
ginger
later?
ales.
You're totally sober and you're just bar hopping while she keeps drinking.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
So
Yeah.
you met her Friday, Saturday date, and when did you?
No,
where
Sunday
did you
date,
bury her
Sunday
on
date.
Monday?
I'm waiting. I'm picking out a plot now.
Yeah, when's your trial?
Jesus. Yeah. When's the arraignment?
Well, that's one way to meet her family.
All right, later, Ian.
See you guys.
You stay here.
You should bring a little tiny symbol, one joke symbol
So
out.
then we go.
Okay, so you're oversharing like crazy because you're nervous
So
and
much.
sipping on your ginger ale.
But
and
here's
she's so
the thing.
pretty. And
I'm addressing oversharing.
Let me see a picture of
Does
her.
that make sense?
we'll look at it in the break. She's
Okay.
gorgeous. She looks like Aubrey Plaza / Mila Kunis. Yeah, 24.
Wow. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, hours a day. How often Andrew will be thinking about how he's 15 years older than her. Okay, go on.
Oh my God.
It's just a number.
It's just a number. It's just a big
It's just
number.
a teenager.
It's just it's
just
a
a
full
sophomore.
person's
A
number.
sophomore in high school.
It's just
Number.
a kid with a
Yeah.
permit license
Yeah.
driving
Okay,
with
go
his
on.
mom. So yeah, no. Then we go to where do we go? And then we go to 16 Handles. We get yogurt.
That's how many
Yes.
drinks she is in.
No, 16 Handles is where she goes because she's a child. You took her out for froyo like her dad. Did you get her fun candy toppings?
Oh, come on, we're going to Scholastic Book Fair.
You let her get as much as she wanted, and she's like, "Oh my God, my dad never lets me." Yeah, just get it all. What-
Yeah, and then we can go next door and you pick out any toy you want.
Yep.
It was closed.
Did you go paint some pottery after that? A Mother's Day gift.
We painted within the numbers. So, 15. She ended up. So then we go to one other bar.
What was it called? Last
Chuck E.
Stop?
Cheese.
Rock Bottom.
It was Dave and Busted.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, boy.
That's very
Hey,
good.
not bad, boy. Hey, boy, that would be a good
Hey,
one.
boy.
Hey, boy, that would be a good one.
Everyone out go, mo boy.
Hey, boy.
All right.
So,
So you went to 4 bars
Enough
and
fun
1
for you.
yogurt shop.
yeah.
Okay.
And,
Bars in a yogurt shop.
and then we kiss at the bar. I remember.
The last bar. You
Yes.
remember? Why would you forget?
It was a Sunday, Nikki.
It was yesterday.
It was an hour ago.
I remember.
Wait, this is 4 bars in.
No. So we went to one. We went to one bar,
How
one
many drinks?
16 Handles, one, and then a bar.
So we're talking
just
about
2
7
bars.
drinks for her.
No,
and
no,
that's
no,
when
no,
she
no.
felt
Two
comfortable
drinks
enough
of-
getting kissed
was-
by Andrew Collins.
And a little froyo.
and some
Belly full of
sugar.
froyo.
Yeah, yeah.
Just some chemicals.
A belly full of chemicals.
She was right for the picking.
So
Look,
7
she got
drinks in.
fruit on her yogurt. Okay.
Let's really talk about how many drinks did she have?
3.
3. Okay.
2.5 actually, because the last spicy marg was too spicy.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was bad.
It wasn't on the kids menu? Did she order off the...
No, she got the adult one.
Okay.
She got the Ninja Turtle.
That's too spicy for little kids.
I told her to get the
Yeah.
kid one.
Yeah. She got the SpongeBob. It was a chopped up hot dog.
It was a cool straw. So she's like, "Can I keep the curly straw?" Yeah, you can. And then I walk her home, and we make out in front of her dad's apartment. It's pretty cool. He was looking down too.
She lived
Wait,
with her
she lives with
dad.
her
No,
dad?
I'm fucking around.
Oh.
When did this stop?
I don't know. It just got too real.
I mean, she is a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anything
Her
could
dad
be
probably
possible.
did pay for that
She's
apartment. We're
24,
in Murray Hill.
fuckers. That's like a
Her brain
grown
isn't fully
woman.
developed.
Yeah,
yet.
that's a grown woman for sure.
Let's not age hate. Shame.
Well, it's just shaming you more than her.
Yeah, it's
She's
Andrew's shame.
fine.
Yeah.
She's just living her life. So you made out, good
Yeah.
makeout?
Great.
Uh-huh. And then
I
you
told her I
thought
wanted to eat her ass in the street. Maybe I was a little
What'd
too
she say?
forward. She's like, "You gotta talk to my dad." Are we not doing this
Did
anymore?
you really say,
Sign a permission
I
slip.
want to eat your ass
I
on the
want
street?
to. Something like that.
How does that
That's what
come
you do
up?
2 ginger ales in?
Yeah, I
3.
mean,
I would hate to
3
see
at
you
this
even
point.
a half a beer down.
Oh, and I had a Metamucil. Watch out.
Holy shit.
grandpa's.
I had a Zyrtec. I was going crazy.
It's allergy season. But anyways,
Did you have your Recticare in your pocket?
I had a wreck to carry in my pants.
Oh, God. Wait, so you told her I want to eat your... How did it get to that?
I don't know. I was
understand.
just having fun.
Yeah.
Also, when you like, when
least
you're
someone was.
when you're over honest, like I was talking about, like getting arrested and stuff. If you address it, then it's fine.
I don't understand
Yeah,
this
you
theory.
be rabbit the whole thing.
You go.
Yeah, you be rabbit. Then it can't get any worse. I already gave you everything.
You go.
This
you
is
go.
me and my
This
work.
is I can't believe I'm telling you all of this, and
Yes.
then she feels this sense of wow, this guy doesn't usually do this, even though he literally talks about this to thousands of people on
In my
the air.
defense, I said I share with everyone.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
she's
that's
not
good.
special.
Oh, that's good.
I said you are not special.
Good neg.
I like
Uh-huh.
the Andrew technique. It's to just lower the bar so far
Yes.
that even Froyo is considered an
Was she-
achievement.
Well,
Was
she paid for it.
funny? Was
She paid for it.
No, I paid for dinner and she paid for Froyo.
Okay, that's nice.
Okay.
Was she? Where did you
We
eat
got
dinner?
only fries.
Yeah. Of course.
But she got 2 spicy marks.
And then, why did you try to go upstairs?
A little bit.
Yes.
I didn't push it.
How?
I grabbed her and put her on my shoulder and ran up there. No,
You're
I.
like, I'd eat your ass in the street, but your couch is more comfortable.
Yeah. That's what I said. You were there. So I ended up no, I was like, hey, God, I kind of want to go upstairs. Like something like that. Not like, hey, can I,
Yeah.
And she's like, well, my roommate's up there eating a quesadilla. She got it 3 hours ago. I go, she eats that slow? And she's like, you don't know how my roommate eats. And then that's kind of how it ended.
That is the
Wow.
worst excuse I've ever
What a
heard.
distraction.
I'm sorry. I would love to have you in my apartment, but my roommate ordered a quesadilla 3 hours ago.
Trust me. I go, how does she eat? She goes, very slow. It's weird. It's weird.
Oh, that's not a good
Oh, well,
excuse.
do you want to have another date? My roommate will still be eating.
Yeah, she ordered a quesadilla 4 days ago.
she it was so specific though. I believed her, I do believe it.
Yeah. When
Did she text back since
Have you
then?
texted
Yes,
her
I
since
texted
then?
her that I had a great time.
What'd she say?
how soon after?
Like an hour
On the train.
after. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just wrote. I think that's nice to
Yeah,
follow up.
I think it is.
Huh? And she wrote the same thing back, pretty much. She goes, "Thanks for trekking to Murray Hill."
Well, can you actually pull up the text so we can analyze this and see if you're going to see her again, because I'll be able to.
No, that was it. That was it. I
Just
was
really,
good.
but
Nothing
no,
since
I need to
then?
I
know
didn't-
what she said, the punctuation marks, the emoji use.
It's all good. It's all gravy.
Okay, what did you say?
I go,
Read it.
had a great time with you at the middle of the day. We had a joke going. A nice little
got it. Inside joke that I
at
don't-
the end of the day.
I don't care.
Okay. Well,
It's not going to be funny. Inside jokes and first dates are the worst.
I do like that your phone is a cracked iPhone because it feels like a metaphor that she's like an iPhone 11 right out of the box and you're a cracked iPhone.
Yeah, that is
barely hanging
That's
on.
Andrew, and he has like a little what is it thing? The thing on the back.
Radu Badar.
Yeah, I know.
Gadar.
What are those things called? A pop socket.
Pocket pussy.
He has a pocket pussy on the back of his phone. A pop socket on the back of his phone, but it's broken. I mean, this phone
Yeah.
is just trash.
If a phone can be a stand-in for the person who owns it.
Yes, I mean it's very
It's
representative.
a 10 or 9, maybe.
Okay.
And I don't wear a case. I go out there.
Yeah.
And then she goes, midday date at his finest. Had a great time with you as well. Thanks for making the trek all the way to Murray Hill.
All right. What do we think, Noah?
I think one more date is going to happen.
One more date. When's the next date?
Wait, just one more and then it's done?
Well, I don't know.
But you think there'll be another
You know
date?
what you gotta do? You know what you gotta do? You
What's
gotta think of something that reminds you of her and then mention it to her throughout the week.
Like quesadillas.
Wait, what do you mean?
Wait, what?
Give us an example.
Yeah.
Like bring up something that happened on the date and then text her something that reminds you of that during the week. Or like a
Like a
or like
picture
a
or something?
GIF or like a meme or a funny picture.
Yes.
I did end the day with saying I'm going to take you out again tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So,
And then what'd she
but
say?
that would be tonight. She said she was into it, but that was also 3 margs in.
You should send a picture
I don't
of
have to
it.
push it, but I just said I'm leaving Wednesday. It'd be nice to see you again.
You should
before.
say I'd love to come over, but only to give your roommate another quesadilla.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
you
thing
should
about the
send, if you
quesadilla.
have her
Pants.
address, just send her a quesadilla through
Yeah.
Postmates.
That's true. It's fine. I'm not going to push it. I'm not like overthinking it.
What do you mean? So what are you gonna wait for? You got to do something. The guy's got to make a move. You can't wait for her.
Yeah, I think I'll write her. We have the party tonight.
Oh, but now you have like
I can't invite her to the party.
Yeah, I mean, Sarah Lena doesn't care. She really doesn't care.
Oh, yeah.
Anya's
Invite
bringing her
her.
new boyfriend. Yeah.
Where's
really?
I know he's
oh,
coming.
My
Where's
God, I'm so
karaoke?
So we're all
excited.
going to dinner. I just came up with that idea. I'm not sure karaoke's going to happen, but I think that's something you
Sarah
can
Lena
invite
bringing
this
I
girl.
would think
Fernando?
I would have her
No.
come to the second thing, not dinner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
If that happens.
Right.
Yeah. And then she could yell at me and we'll leave and we'll break up.
Yes. That'll what
I
that's what
definitely
it'll
think
get
you
to.
should send a picture of a quesadilla. or
something. Yeah.
Is your roommate done yet?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
exactly.
something like
That's funny.
Can I come over? Is your roommate done yet?
that. Yeah. I'll eat that quesadilla.
Dying to bang this girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the end game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Date or
You
bang?
can close your mouth.
Yeah. That's
God, ew. Dude, I wish there's cameras in here right now. You guys need
I'm
to
sorry.
have seen his face.
I was just trying to breathe.
His lip just was like slack. He's
Don't give me that look,
slack-jawed.
Harrison.
You look
Yeah.
like
It's Endgame in the way Avengers was Endgame, and that you
Yeah.
both get to her apartment, there'll be a snap, and one of you will disappear.
I don't know what that means, but I'm sure if I saw it, it would be so
Ta-da!
good.
Ta-da!
No, it's gonna end like Joker.
With Andrew smearing paint on his face and then murdering everyone.
Oh my God.
Andrew's gonna go knock knock, and she's gonna shoot you in the head.
I hope.
I think the Joker had a better comedy career.
Oh, Andrew.
There you go.
Snap.
Oh, she just wrote back. Everything's good.
Oh,
No,
I
she
just
didn't.
read
No,
it.
she didn't.
Can I
She
see a
didn't. I
picture?
just tried to get off that bird.
Can I see a picture?
It really hurt him.
No, it
I didn't.
didn't.
Yes, it did. It
Oh,
did hurt
Harrison's
you.
balding in the back.
Oh, shit. So are you. That's why you noticed it. You're just wearing
We
a hat.
all are.
I am definitely balding. It's
Are
like when you
you?
leave something
I
on
would
the
never notice
lawn
that.
and the grass dies underneath it, but it's for like a yarmulke. It's the yarmulke area. It's karma
My
biting me in
mom
the ass.
always used to yell at me about not leaving things on the lawn because it would turn that patch. Yeah. and
Yeah,
that's
so that's what happened, but with a
She
yarmulke in my
get
head.
those yarmulkes off the front lawn.
The water can't get to it.
You thought that's how you'd bait in a Jewish boyfriend?
Yeah,
is just
I
leave some
mean,
yarmulkes on the lawn like a trap?
Like
That's
Hansel
how
and
you
Gretel.
find yarmulkes. That's how you get one. You just find it on a lawn of your future wife
Or J-Day.
or J date. Do you wear a yarmulke ever?
If I go to temple?
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wow.
I'll get one that's like that has hair on top of it,
Are they?
and then it'll blend in.
Are they?
I don't know why they don't sell yarmulkes with hair
Yeah,
on
why
top.
don't they?
It would be genius.
Well, I guess it's a toupee.
Yeah, I guess so.
A yarmulke with hair. It's
Oh my
just a
God, you guys
toupee.
just came
Yeah.
up with toupees
we just invented
organically.
it.
Jupe.
What if we put chocolate in coffee?
Jupe.
Jupe, there you go.
Jupe paste. Put it on.
Who has the joke about the yarmulke that's a watermelon slice or something? Or like a oh no, it's Todd Berry is like there's a I think it's Todd Berry who has a joke about a guy wearing a yarmulke that's like like it looks like a watermelon slice. You know what I mean?
I've
like
seen
it's-
those.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I think that if God's okay with you wearing a watermelon for a toupee, he'd be fine. Or for a
Yarmulke.
yarmulke, he'd probably be okay with you not wearing a yarmulke.
Exactly. 100%. No, you would go to temple and there'd be people with like their sports teams on it, and like
Yeah.
when it looks like just a basketball.
That's
Also, if you
crazy.
Why?
if you have to if you drop it on the floor, you have to make out with it.
What?
I swear.
You don't make out. You don't tongue it.
Oh,
like,
you
I think
don't?
you're supposed to kiss it.
I-
We don't make out with it. Jesus.
God, it's not
You just
your
want to make
fault.
out with
Where
it
did
because
you
it's
go
so
to temple?
dry.
it is real.
Yarmulkes are so dry to
Andrew
turn you
went
on.
to temple to Catholic church. Like, kiss
See
it,
that
boy.
phone that he was holding? He makes out with that phone. He kisses people on the phone.
Because I dropped it on
man.
the floor.
I like how you were so
yeah.
proud that you don't put a case on it. You're like, I don't need a case on it. Yeah, we can
But he
see.
makes out
It's
with-
Fucking hooker
shattered.
without a condom.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fucking
What an
scary.
exciting
You've
show.
done that. I am. Relax, Ian.
I've always
Andrew
wanted a condom.
Collin is here. Harrison
baby.
Greenbaum is here. Ian Fidance is here, and he wasn't supposed to be, but I'm so
I know.
great.
I'm leaving after
No,
this.
no, you don't. I guess you can stay until Heather comes. Is Heather coming at 11? Okay, you can stay till
I
11.
gotta go do another radio show.
Oh,
so I
okay,
gotta
then
head
get the
out.
hell out of here.
Thank you for having me. I love
Thank you for being on here. I'll see you tonight at that dinner.
Which one?
Mood swings? Do you have muscle aches? Do you feel like menopause symptoms are getting in your way? Well, that's why you need Equel, the plant-based menopause relief formula that helps to reduce the frequency of hot flashes, provide mood support, and relieve muscle discomfort associated with menopause. Equel, made with naturally derived S-Equal, contains no hormones, requires no prescription, and has no side effects. It's easy. You order at equel.com and they ship directly to you. Equel is safe and effective and trusted by over 50,000 women. Shipping is free and you can cancel at any time. Move on from mood swings and forget the hot flashes. It's time to feel like yourself again. Get 25% off your first month's supply at equel.com/Nikki, spelled EQUELLE.com/Nikki. Go right now to equel.com/Nikki for 25% off your first month's supply. Plus, Equel is backed by a 60-day money-back guarantee. Equel.com/Nikki. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. We'll be back with more show after this. What actually makes a better toothbrush? Is it industrial strength power, claims of miracle trendy ingredients, multiple modes? Well, if you ask your dentist, they'll tell you it's less about the brush and more about how you use it. Quip was created by dentists and product designers to focus on what actually matters for your oral health, healthier habits. Quip's sensitive vibrations with a built-in timer guides gentle brushing for the dentist recommended 2 minutes with 30-second pulses ensuring an even clean. Quip automatically delivers brush heads to you every 3 months for clean new bristles right on schedule. The sleek, intuitive design is simple to use and comes with a travel cap that doubles as a mirror mount. These thoughtful features make brushing something you actually want to do twice every day. Good habits matter to live a healthier life, so help form fresh oral health habits with Quip. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/Nikki right now, your first refill is free. That's your first refill free at getquip.com/Nikki. Get Quip, GETQUIP.com/Nikki. And we're back at You Up with Nikki Glaser, joined in studio by Andrew Collin.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. Harrison Greenbaum is here as well.
Dry Boys for life.
Dry Boys for life.
Till I
die. We covered Andrew's date over the weekend. We'll see if there's a second date tonight. Sounds like there will be.
We'll see.
Congratulations. Harrison, are you single currently?
I'm seeing a lady.
Who are you seeing? How did you meet?
I'm dating a girl from Nebraska.
Oh,
Really?
well, she
Which, as I
lives
say in
there?
my act, is a fun sentence because different parts of it are surprising to each of you. It's a journey. Dating girl, Nebraska. She lives in New York, but
And
she's
you
from
met her?
Nebraska. I met her through Tinder.
Whoa.
It was a Tinder. And we didn't really like each other on the first date.
You didn't really like each other?
No, the date started off poorly, I think, for both of us.
Ooh, this is an interesting
Yeah.
topic because I think a lot of times first dates can be awkward, and even if it's like you got to almost persevere past that. So what happened the first date? Why was it bad?
I think there was a miscommunication. So I had a rule on Tinder, which was like, you get like a couple of back and forths, and then I want to meet up because there's no sense wasting like 5 weeks having a pen pal.
It's awful.
So I'd be like, hey, let's meet up.
Yeah.
Like after like 2 or 3 exchanges. So I was like, let's meet up. I have a show at New York Comedy Club. Why don't you come meet me? And then we'll grab dinner or drinks, whatever you want. And I think she thought that I was telling her when to meet me like after my set. And I thought I had communicated that. I was like, hey, you can catch my set and then we'll do it.
Yes.
So she showed up and then right before, I think that morning I got a text from somebody being like, can you do another spot? So I was like, I texted her, I was like, is it okay? I have to do a second spot. So she watched me do 2 sets. And so she thought I was like trying to flex and like trying to impress her. And I was just like, oh shit, I have an extra spot that I have to cover,
Yeah.
but I don't want to cancel with you. So if you don't mind letting me drag you to this one
Well,
other
you
thing.
didn't have to take the extra spot, but
That's
you were
true.
addicted
Yeah,
to doing
but I am a
stand-up
whore.
comedy.
And you
Yeah,
were
are.
flexing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
You were
a
flexing
little
on the
bit.
first spot.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah,
So
of course.
it's okay.
Great. It's fine.
You double flex.
Well, the whole thing was like, for me, I feel like as comics, if you're like, hey, can you meet me at 11 p.m. after my spots, that they think that it's just a booty call because it's so late.
Yes.
So it's either you meet at my spot at a normal time or...
Dude, I feel the same way. Like with guys, like just come to my meet me at my. I'm not gonna not do comedy. I will
Right.
not take a night off to go on a date.
Exactly.
You're gonna
So
come
just
along
come to
with
my
me
set
because
for a
this is gonna be
second.
our life.
100%.
If you want in, you're gonna be your life. I need to see you hanging out around the people that I'm hanging out with. Yeah, we can go on dates alone, but like, if that's a problem in any way, then it's gonna be a problem down the road.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
So she came in and she was a little bit like, who is this dude? And then afterwards we went to like one of my favorite places, which is this like Italian restaurant that's open till 4 a.m. And then we actually had a conversation and she started to like me. I started to like her. And then the date was fine. But it took
Yes.
till that point.
And you guys are exclusive?
Yeah, it's been almost a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And have you been
Which
to
in
Nebraska?
comedy time is like 8 years.
I know. Does she have a problem with you doing stand up every single night of your goddamn life?
No, she's been good. She's been very
Really?
good about it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, and I've been to Nebraska twice.
Wow.
Yeah.
To perform? Did she come?
No, yeah, exactly. Well, the first time I was in Dubuque, Iowa, and then we rented a car and then drove to
Oh, it's
Nebraska.
a beautiful drive.
It's just
No, I don't-
flat
I don't-
nothing.
I don't know. I
It's
have no
flat
idea.
nothing. It's literally nothing for 5 hours.
Yeah.
What's her
Like-
family like? Meeting a nice little
Nebraska.
Jewish boy.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Is she Jewish? She's not Jewish.
She's not Jewish
Yeah.
yet, huh?
Yeah. There we
Put a
go.
ring
We're
on
working on it.
Put up what?
But does she have what does she do for a living?
Just like a civilian. She works for
Civilian.
Verizon marketing.
Okay. And does she come to shows with you, or do you
Yeah.
guys live together?
We essentially, she has her own place, but she's a cat, so I can never go to it.
Okay, so she stays a lot.
So she stays in my apartment like 7 days a week.
and she like joins you at shows. Sometimes she
Yeah.
doesn't. It's just whatever.
Yeah, she's been really good. I mean, I've been touring a lot, and she comes on most of the dates and flies
That's
out.
fun.
It's nice, yeah.
That's really nice. That's a good. as long as they can hang. Because I was talking about this weekend of like, I just want to date a comedian because I just want them to be able to hang.
Yeah, 100%.
And men are different than women when it comes to hanging out with comedians. Like civilian men feel extremely.
They can be emasculating in a way.
Very emasculated by other funny men around them. So they need to be able to. It's not ideal. But I don't want them to stay at home while I do sets. I want that because my social life is the Comedy Cellar.
Right.
I go there on nights that I don't even have a set. That's where all my friends are. So if you can't hang in comedy, like you can't be my boyfriend. Like I don't want someone that I go home to and they're like, it's separate. I know a lot of comedians like to keep it separate. I don't want to keep them separate. I need them together.
When I was in college, a magician mentor told me something that I thought was very good advice.
That sentence is so funny.
Yeah, you're like, show me on this cup where he touched you.
A magician mentor.
Yeah. But when I went to college, I didn't know I was going to be a comedian. I thought I was going to be a magician. And there was a weekly magic show called the Mystery Lounge in Harvard Square. And I went to it every week. I was like an apprentice. I would like drag their shit up and set it up. So that was like every week was like going to this magic show. Then I'd do little close-up magic like as a pre-show and then gradually worked my way up. But it turns out it was a comedy club. So that's when I ended up being like, when does this like stand-up thing happen?
Yeah. Nice.
On the other nights. And so that's what pulled me into the world of stand-up. But he was like, you can either date, you have two choices when you get married. You either marry somebody who's super into magic and like loves being a part of the magic world, and this applies for comedy too, or you have somebody who like is as far away from it as possible, where she's like an oasis or like a vacation away from it.
Yes.
So you have to choose, because everybody's different. Some people want somebody who's like part of their comedy life entirely, and some people want somebody who's like the opposite, that they can go to them and be like, it's an escape from it.
the escape from it. Yeah. Last night, Rachel Feinstein joined me at my table, and she was like, I was there with a friend, and then she just like scooted into the booth and was sitting there with us for like an hour, did her spot, came back up, just hanging out. And we were talking about her husband, Pete, and she goes, oh, yeah, he's in the car. And we're like, wait, what?
For an hour?
For literally an hour. And she's like eating her soup slowly, taking her time, talking about, and we go, wait, he's in the car, and she goes, oh yeah, he's fine. He's just playing chess on his phone. Like he loves that more. She goes, I'll be interrupting his chess game when I come back. Like they have a perfect relationship where he'll go in if he wants to, but he doesn't mind waiting in the car and going with her spots and just playing chess because he loves it. Like, and I was like, oh, that's so perfect. Like he could have come in, we would have loved him there, but he also is fine on his own and not at all threatened by it. And we were talking about like people we date and when we get off stage after they see us perform and how we need them to give us validation.
Yeah.
And how often like they'll just say the wrong thing. Like, yeah, it's like how you want them to be like amazing set. Like that was, I had that in my relationship. It was nice to hear that other people don't, because I was like, oh, I always think that my relationship was so flawed, but I'm like, oh, he always told me amazing set. That was incredible. Like when I deserved it.
Right.
So that felt
That's
really
important.
good. Yeah. It's so important.
It's bad if somebody's like, you had a great set, and you're like, no, I didn't. Like, what are you talking about?
Yes. That's when you're just like, oh, this person isn't funny. They don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I need somebody to be at least a good read. Like, you don't have to be a comedian, but like if I tell you a joke, if you're like, oh, that's a great idea, and then it's not, like, I want somebody who at least can kind of has a sense of what is good and bad.
Yes. Yeah. You're not going to trust them as much as your comedian friends if they're not a comedian, but like, yeah, you'd like to be able to think, if you think of a joke, you like to run it by your girlfriend because she's the person that's there.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
I'm sort of giving her I feel like I'm giving her a comedy education because I reference so many comedy things, and she's like, oh, I should watch that.
No,
like she had never
learn.
seen Seinfeld.
Wow.
So now she's been binging Seinfeld. I started getting her a little bit into The Simpsons. I'm like, you don't have to watch all the seasons.
That's
but like
fine.
you should know who the characters are. Like that's seminal stuff.
Just need to be educated. And then that's fun because you get to watch it like through their eyes, like a child.
Yeah, watching like comedy, I think is
Andrew,
very
like a child, the ones you date.
Yeah, like just the way her eyes are normally.
Yeah.
The people.
Look, it's just what I like. It's who I like. It's who I love, and
that's who I love.
He likes
you
to be the
love her.
He
Yeah,
likes to
I
be
said
the
it
one
last
who
night.
ruins them. He doesn't want them pre-ruined.
I did say I got this watch from my grandpa, and she's like, oh, because you can't afford it yourself. And
Because she has
I love
all
that
4
line.
grandparents. Does she have all 4 of them?
Yeah, well,
That bitch.
She has her great grandparents.
Oh my
She has her
God.
great grandparents. She's that young. Yeah, no, I thought that was a great line that she said to me. I thought it was really funny.
Because
Just
she
how-
knows your situation.
Yeah, I guess
She listens to Puddles,
probably.
your podcast.
I don't know if she does.
What then?
Didn't she mention it?
I think she just knows it. Yeah. I don't
just
know.
follows
Maybe
you on
she
Instagram
does.
and sees you.
Yeah,
Post
yeah. But yeah. Anyways,
But-
but what? I love her. Yeah. I said,
I hope she's listening.
I hope so too.
I love her.
I told her to
It's
get a
so
rental car.
funny. You know, if she's trying, she's definitely trying to listen, at least.
I mentioned something about talking. She's like, "You're going to talk about this on the radio?" She goes, "It's all right. I won't ever listen." And I was like, "Yeah, I've heard that before."
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your sister ends up renting a rental car in California, and you get caught talking shit about your girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you just
It
shouldn't talk
happens.
shit about your girlfriend.
Well, it's fun.
Yeah.
That's the other danger. That's one of the reasons sometimes dating a comedian I think is better is because we understand what happens to your life and how it becomes like stand up. And so there's parts where I'm like, can I talk about this on stage? Like I don't want to ever impede on her life and like take
Yeah.
things
What
that
if she said
doesn't
no?
I don't know. She's been very good about
I'm
it.
sure,
We've had
but I'm
very
saying,
like
though,
deep
like,
talks about
yeah.
it. But it would be tough. I think that's another thing is like understanding what happens to like we're gonna have this weird experience and then the world is gonna hear about it.
Definitely, if it's a negative experience, you're like, I could turn this into comedy
Oh,
gold.
yeah.
And then it's like, hey, can we talk
Brian
about this
would be
fight, this
so
thing that you said?
Flattered if a guy did a joke about me in
I will.
any way. No, a guy that I like.
Oh,
I love when I like I could like I used to hook up with Harris Whittles and he had a joke about like I think one time he pulled out and he was trying to like I forget what happened but I said like come on my tits or something and then he had a joke about that like that moment and I was so honored because he was so funny and I remember off stage he was like yeah, that was inspired by you and I was just like it was like a guy
My
wrote a
tits?
song about
Yeah,
me but it was
yeah.
just like a weird sex thing that we did. I was so flattered. I loved it so much. So I always feel like guys should be flattered if I'm talking about them. But I just recently kind of, and this is a weird thing to just realize as I've been doing comedy for 15 years and in that whole time have been single pretty much and like wanting guys to like me and be like, why don't they like me? Maybe they don't want to be talked about on stage.
Right.
That's like
I
the
know.
number one
100%.
thing. I didn't even realize that might be a thing that guys maybe are
you
hesitant
think
to.
guys
I
wouldn't
think
be
there'd
weak
be-
enough or something?
No, but there'd be
They're
a
just
fear that they do
worried that-
something wrong, they make a mistake, and now it lives forever on a
Yes,
Netflix special.
yes,
that
yeah,
could be
that-
scary.
So it takes a strong guy. It takes a really secure guy
Yeah.
to. I remember my ex-boyfriend Chris. I loved what he said to me, which is like, if it's funny, you can say anything as long as it's funny. And when he got his feelings hurt by things I said on podcasts, he goes, "That wasn't funny. You were just venting." And I'm like,
Right.
"You're right." Easy though. Like, come on. It was a little bit funny. He's like,
Yeah,
no,
no.
there was no joke. I was like,
It's
I
a
got more
comedy
offended.
podcast. They can't cancel you.
Yeah, he was just like, it wasn't funny. You were just being mean. I'm like, you're right. I was just on a podcast running my mouth because I was a little bitch and I was scared to confront you with my anger. So I'd go on a podcast. But the real problem there is that I was too scared of you to confront you with anything that was wrong because I was scared of your anger, which isn't your fault, but like it's my fault because I'm just scared of what does that mean? Like I have to analyze my I'm recently like really going inward with all of my issues with men instead of being like these fucking guys. Why can't they be this? Why can't they be that? Why can't he text me back? Why can't he come after me? He knows he likes me. I'm dealing with this guy right now that I'm like, we had an amazing talk about or text conversation about like, you know, the future and like being together and like being exclusive someday. And he just won't make a move. And last night I was just like, he sent me this worthless response. Can I read some of these to you? This
course.
is so good.
Oh no. I think if a guy doesn't want to be exclusive within like a month, then it's not worth it.
Right. This guy is going to take years if that, and it's not going to happen because,
Like you want a guy
I
who's
don't
like,
have
you know what,
years.
it is worth not banging other people for you, because that's what he's basically saying. Is if he's like,
Right.
when he says I don't want to be exclusive, he's saying like, no, I'm happy to bang you as long as I can keep banging other people.
right. No, and this person has a problem with like it's him banging other people is like an addiction more than like, yeah, it's like there's a lot of work that has to be taken place before.
I think you're at an age now where you don't have to, like, unless you're dating 24-year-olds.
Hey, she's mature, man. I swear, if you meet her, dude, just give her a chance.
Yeah. So I go.
Yeah.
So this idiot
give her
is
a chance,
drunk
Harry.
last
I'm over
night,
like working on
DMing
people.
me.
I'm not like I feel like girls are more like fixers, or like I can fix this guy and make him what I need.
Yeah.
But like I think you're better. I think you just find the right. It's like trying to. Do you want to buy an apartment that's move-in ready, or do you want to find
Listen,
a dump and have to hope that you can renovate
You're
it?
100% right. Anything that is a struggle, this much of a struggle before it even gets off the ground, it's not looking good because I've never once. I talk to couples all the time, and that are the ones that are successful. And I'm like, how did it happen for you? How did you guys meet? And it's always easy. It is never like, he wasn't, like sometimes there is a little bit of a hurdle, but I would say the far majority is that the word is easy. And so much of the work I'm doing on myself right now is like letting go. It's like I go to a program thing that's all about letting go. I go to the other day, Colin Quinn recommended. I was talking about going to a voice doctor, and he said, "Oh, you got to see Gary Ramsey, and he was like, "That's my guy." And I go, "I'm looking for anything." He's like, "He changed my life. This guy, go to him. You will learn this tech. I didn't know anything about him. I just thought he was a voice doctor. But Colin Quinn is just spouting off about how amazing this guy is. He changed his life.
His voice quality is so good that it must be a great guy.
He said he used to. I know, right? His voice sucks.
So I was like, hey, you should go to this voice guy.
No, it doesn't suck, but
you should hear it before.
It really helps my throat.
Well, my voice is similar. Like, I have a raspiness to my voice, and you hear like Colin Quinn recommending a voice guy. What he was telling me is that he doesn't lose his voice anymore.
Yeah, that's important.
Like his voice sounds like a voice that would be lost all the time, which it used to be. He used to lose his voice after a 15-minute set of screaming. Then he went to go see this guy, and he could do 3 Broadway performances in a single afternoon or a single day, 3 shows on a Sunday, and would have no voice issues.
Oh yeah, no, I had serious vocal issues. I thought I had like pre-nodes. Like I was doing all the scopes and stuff, and I went to like a voice therapist. And yeah, I think that's a weird thing about comedy is that we think we can just like go at it, and we forget that like, yeah, you see all these. If you watch like old Louis Black or old Gilbert Gottfried, you hear the tone of their voice change over time.
Yes,
and like we're not taking care of our voices at all.
No, they're an instrument, and we never learn how to play them. We never take formal lessons. It's like when someone like learns guitar or whatever and doesn't know how to read music, and like they can get by, but it would be so much better if you learned how to actually play this. It is an instrument, and I'm learning so much about it now. What did you do for your voice?
Well, I had like a musical theater background, surprising
So
no one
already...
who hears the tone of my voice. Yeah. But hello. So I knew about like I had gone to like voice lessons for singing, so I knew some of those techniques and stuff. But I was getting to a bad place of like screaming in a disruptive
I remember
way.
You losing your voice a lot
all the time.
And so, what did you do? What helped you?
Learning like little things like throat code and all the things that can keep your voice healthy. Giving yourself vocal rest is really important.
Yeah. Well, this when Colin sent me to this guy, I thought it was going to be a very similar thing to that, which is just because I went to this one voice doctor. She gave me all these like a voice therapist where I have to do like lip trills.
I did that. Oh yeah, warming up your voice before you go on stage is so important. Yeah,
like it's
super important.
Yeah, but then I wasn't doing them. I'm bad about doing the exercises every day. I was slipping on them. I just never felt like lip trilling on the street. Like
there's no good place to do it in a comedy club either.
There's nowhere to go.
you look like a crazy person.
Mom. And one of the things was mom, and I was like, it would like trigger me almost to just be like mama, mother. I would have to say mother a bunch. So I was just slipping on
Nikki.
that. I talked to Colin. He's like, you got to go see this guy. He goes, all my friends hate how much I love this guy because I talk about him all the time. No one ever goes to him. I recommend him to everyone. I put his number. I texted the guy the next day. I had an appointment. I went on Thursday, and it was so weird. I did not know what to expect. I go up. The guy's so nice. I go to his little studio, and on the door it says the Alexander technique, and I'm just like, I don't know what that is, or I've heard of it, but okay. So we go in. I thought we were just gonna like talk about. I thought we were just gonna do the same shit, lip trills, all that stuff. He's gonna give me a page, and I was gonna have to go practice it and not do it. Instead, he walks me through an anatomy lesson. We don't even talk about voices. We don't talk about voices at all. The Alexander technique, which I am so obsessed with. I cannot stop reading about it, watching YouTube videos about it. It is about the skeletal structure and your muscles and relaxing and letting go. We walk around with all of this pent up energy, and you don't realize I have great posture. I don't ever sit like this. My posture is amazing this weekend because I went to one session with this guy who taught me how to like sit in a way. Whenever I have good posture on purpose, How long can you keep that up for? 3 minutes at
I
most?
feel like I'm flexing. Like I feel like I'm like bowing up.
I've been sitting like this the whole time, and I
you've been
haven't
sitting
even
good. Yeah.
thought about it.
Yeah.
And that is, so you lay on a table.
Yeah.
He touches you. Like, I didn't know I was going to get touched. And like, he was like, don't fall asleep, because his Alexander Technique, teachers, their voices are very soothing because they're trying to let you. It's all about it's all what I'm into. It's all about your thoughts about your voice. Your thoughts about your voice are more about what your voice does than actually the mechanics of your like larynx. I always thought it was all about your throat and not being too throaty, being more, but it's all about
Well, coming
your
down
perception.
all from like your breath. It should
Even
be driving
your
it.
legs. Your legs are affected. Your ankles have something to do with how your voice resonates. What he said to me that really captured it for me was that when babies are so loud, they can cut through any noise. A baby's scream, you know, like you hear it on a plane. It's babies use their whole body their whole body is vibrating when babies scream because they have no tension, they have no stress, they haven't learned any kind of outside stress yet, so they are just relaxed. And when you're relaxed, your voice can resonate through every part of your tissue, and that's why babies, it's a survival skill, so babies can cry and that we can find them if they get lost. And we lose that as we mature. We just lose the ability to let go and let our voice come from everywhere. And we're always trying to shout into a microphone or shout to a crowd when really it's coming from every part of it's so wild. I love it so much, but it's just, I feel like it's almost a spiritual thing that's happening to me right now where everything in my life is leading to let go. I got a colonic, my first colonic yesterday
By the
morning.
way, I slept with
From
my
Alexander?
voice coach.
What?
Like I did the thing where I like laid down and I was like, this feels like we're both too into this. And then like we definitely
You hooked up?
You hooked up with your
my
coach?
God.
At the place, or
No, not at the place.
Oh.
With Gary?
Yeah, it
I'm
was
just
with Gary.
kidding.
Gary and I are together now.
I was even like, Gary is not a man that I would be. He's like an older guy, but even it was such an intimate.
It's very
thing.
intimate.
Yeah, I could say that he could have been like, don't fall asleep and also don't fuck me at any point. Like that could have also been a disclaimer because it was so
Yeah.
relaxing and so intimate. But I got a colonic. Like all the things that in my life are about letting go. I've never had a colonic. I was doing it to get my period back because I haven't had it in forever because I'm fucking tense and holding my period in. Like that's what I learned is I'm literally holding it in because I'm so wound up and I can't let go. And then I get a colonic and it is all about like letting go. I just like shit into a tube for like an hour. It is amazing.
How does it feel? Incredible?
It actually
hurts?
it hurts.
Oh.
It's pain. It's like
and
is draining.
scientifically not good.
Yeah, it's emotional. It's like, and it's like, as someone who likes a little ass play, it was a little erotic, I gotta say.
Well, that's
What do
the
they
only
put? How
positive.
big's the tube they put in your butt?
It's very small. It doesn't hurt, but it would hurt you because you have fissures. We got to go to break.
You have fissures.
No, you have fissures.
I had one fissure.
Fisher. Searching for Bobby Fisher.
Fissures.
It's fissure. You don't even know what you had. It's fissure.
I also have cancer.
What?
What?
Oh, cancer. Okay. Someday for you.
Hopefully.
For all of
God
us.
willing.
Guys, let's talk about menopause.
You can have my watch.
Mood swings, muscle aches, feel like menopause symptoms are getting in your way? Well, that's why you need Equell, the plant-based menopause relief formula that helps to reduce the frequency of hot flashes, provide mood support, and relieve muscle discomfort associated with menopause. Equell, made with naturally derived S-Equol, contains no hormones, requires no prescription, and has no side effects. It's easy. You order at equell.com and they ship directly to you. Equell is safe and effective and trusted by over 50,000 women. Shipping is free and you can cancel at any time. Move on from mood swings and forget the hot flashes. It is time to feel like yourself again. God damn it. Get 25% off your first month supply at equell.com/Nikki, spelled EQUELLE.com/Nikki. Go right now. Go to equell.com/Nikki for 25% off your first month supply. Cancel at any time. Plus, Equell is backed by a 60-day money-back guaranteed. Equell.com/Nikki. Try it out. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease. We'll be back with more show with Harrison Greenbaum, Andrew Collin, and me, Nikki Glaser, and Heather Monahan coming up after this. Hiring can be a slow process when Cafe Altura's COO Dylan Miskowitz needed to hire a director of coffee for his organic coffee company. He had trouble finding qualified applicants. Oh, wait, this isn't the right video. Sorry, Heather, I'm making you watch. Sorry, I'm distracted. We're watching Trump getting booed in the middle of this ad read. Listen, ZipRecruiter, that's where you need to go to find your hirees. If you're looking to hire people, ZipRecruiter's the place to go. They get you a qualified candidate so fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate within the first day. You can use ZipRecruiter's candidate rating feature to filter applicants so you can focus on the most relevant ones. And they actually find people to apply to your job as opposed to you combing through tons and tons of places. They will highlight the most appropriate ones. ZipRecruiter is the only place to go. ZipRecruiter.com/Nikki. ZipRecruiter.com/Nikki. It's good for businesses of all sizes. Get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter.com/Nikki. You can try it for free right now. Is that it? No, it doesn't say that. But just go check it out. I think it's close to free.
It's free now.
Yeah, it should be.
Don't pay you.
ZipRecruiter.com/Nikki. It's the smartest way to hire. Sorry, ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter. Made it up to you by saying your name 3 more times. And now they just appeared in front of me and a bloody woman in a window. I don't know. That's if you say it. Say it 3 times.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's how the Candyman
That was the joke
works.
I was making.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show. It's You Up with Nikki Glaser. Andrew
Candyman.
Collin is here.
Yeah.
Comedian, magician Harrison Greenbaum is here.
That's me.
Yeah. And now motivational speaker, badass bitch, author Heather Monahan is here. Welcome back to the show, Heather.
Oh my gosh, thanks for having me back.
So excited to have you here. Your book, Confidence Creator, is now available on Amazon. You are all things positivity, confidence, women empowerment, just people empowerment, right?
That's me.
How do you describe yourself? How do you set yourself apart from the other motivational speakers and everyone that's kind of doing the self-improvement game?
Yeah, so I have a 20-year career and track record in corporate America as a chief revenue officer. I would have been really pissed off at you for that ZipRecruiter thing, but I do like
know,
how
it
you
was
recovered.
terrible.
You
It was
recovered,
terrible.
so I'm good with it. I think the client's going to be happy. So my whole track record is about developing revenue, developing teams, and then I got fired by a woman. And I was just named one of the most influential women in radio, and I was killing the game, doing a really great job, and I got fired because someone didn't like me.
Didn't like you for what?
I mean,
What
that's
would
a question
yeah.
for her.
Yeah.
Let's get her on sale.
You felt like it was personal? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the stock was trading at $10 the day I got fired, and I think it's trading at 2 or 3 now.
Okay.
So I mean, it sounds like an emotional decision that was made. However, I don't know, what the driving force was.
Could this have inspired your recent TED Talk that you gave last night? It's soon to be coming out in a couple weeks, probably. The turnaround on TED Talks, a couple weeks maybe?
Yes.
So you just taped one last night.
Oh my God, you guys, I was so freaking I speak all the time.
Sure.
But to do a TED Talk,
Is that
it's
like the seller for motivational speakers?
Yeah, it's the comedy seller for motivational speakers.
It's
Yeah,
TED.
it's getting a TED Talk probably.
It's
Is that
being
the
on
Holy
that
Grail?
little red circle and knowing it's going to be there forever. It's going to be on the website,
Yeah.
TED forever. It was scary. I was freaking out backstage.
And how do you, I'm sure that was a goal of yours for a really long time. Did they approach you? Did you have to pitch them? How does it go?
Yeah, so I pitched 100 different TED Talks.
Wow.
And I was like, no. But I'm in sales my whole life. So I'm like, okay, numbers game, keep going. And I was approaching it the wrong way. I was talking about me and why I'm a great speaker. And you have to talk about the big idea and why the idea is a good fit for them.
Yeah, that's like a Dale Carnegie thing that I remember from his book is when you want something, you need to sell it to the person of why it's going to benefit them. You need to present it in a way that's it's not about, I want this. And whenever I used to ask for sets in the city when I was struggling and starting out, I'd be like, I will kill on your show. I will make your show funnier. I would always try to bring value as opposed to I really want to do your show. I hear it's great. What can you offer them?
Totally. That's
so
exactly right.
is that the kind of reframing that you did what you presented your idea and they finally said, yes, that's the one.
No, so I presented the idea C student to C suite because I was I was an average student that ended up, getting to becoming a chief revenue officer. and they said not sexy enough, but we like you. How can we reframe this and be sexier? And they wanted
because
the
you're
story.
sexy. I mean, why is that word? Do
No,
they
no,
tell men that they need their TED Talks to be sexy?
Actually, good point.
You're a sexy woman, so that's like
thank you.
they wanted your brand, what you're saying, to fit how you look. I guess is what. Why is
I don't
sexy?
think so. They want the video to go viral.
Yes.
Because they're evaluated based upon the views. Like each different local TED Talk has a team behind it. And if they get viral views, they are like, oh,
Yes.
great job, guys. So they want something that's going to be, all right, I'll click on that.
Yeah.
So we ended up making the talk about me getting fired by another woman. And the title is Me Too Movement, Misstep or Mistake? Because that's sexy.
Yes.
And
that's
what
very
outfit
sexy.
are you wearing?
Oh, God.
Yeah. She's like, I'm in a bikini. You're like, that doesn't seem
Said
necessary to the
something
talk at all. Why would they
Dress
do
is
that?
it's so funny you say that. Men don't have to think about that, right? But like for me, I bought like 10 different outfits and tried everything on. Spanx, no Spanx. Like, it was crazy, but I ended up wearing the sickest Terry Mulgar navy blue dress, and I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, that's great. You landed on something that you love.
I love it. I love it.
You're right. I mean, I could give a TED Talk about the fact that men don't have to worry about their looks.
You should give a TED Talk.
I really want. As soon as
I'll get you one.
When you're saying this, I'm like, I should
will.
give a TED Talk
No,
because
you should.
I watched one last night where this guy just like read a book and was inspired. So he took this book that he didn't write and all these facts that he didn't write, but he just processed them in a way that was. So I was like, oh, I could read a book because that's what I want to do. I'm reading this book right now about how orgasms are like ruining our lives, and I try to talk about it on stage and put it into because this book is pretty dense and I haven't even finished it yet, but I'm starting to talk about it on stage.
But
and
how many times have you come while reading it?
zero, one, and it made me depressed.
And that chapter is gone forever.
Yeah, I can't finish the book, much like I will not finish a masturbation session anymore. But like I was thinking of like, oh, when you do a TED Talk, you have to have your own ideas, you have to have your own. But what you can do is just try to communicate something that's important to you and has changed your life, and put it into layman's terms or your terms and communicate it. So
That's exactly
I think I
right.
should do one, and you're
you should.
inspiring me to do one right now just by being here because that's such a cool accomplishment. So how did it go?
So they say you either own the talk or the talk owns you. I am so proud to say I think I own the talk.
Congratulations. Yeah, you know you killed it. You know if you kill it.
But I didn't.
Did
so
you have a little PowerPoint, little clicker?
I have 2 slides, 2 images I use. I use the image of, remember Lindsay Lohan, Mean Girls?
Yes.
That was my first image. And the second one was Devil Wears Prada.
Okay.
I used those 2 to kind of like ignite the conversation around women bullying women.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So can you give us some let's get into the topic. Can you get us into it with like how your TED Talk was framed a little bit?
Oh my God. I'm like, all of a sudden my mind just went right to, have you ever had to
Yes.
coexist and like, I went
I
right
have.
to it.
I
It's
have.
He's on
you don't have
board.
to say anymore. Yes,
Oh my gosh. So,
I am Ted.
Have you ever seen a coexist bumper sticker?
Yes.
oh yes, I have.
Have you ever found yourself in a cafe looking out the window wondering what's life about?
That's the beginning of
No.
your TED Talk.
It is.
Yeah.
I wrote it yesterday.
So basically, it's just about, the Me Too movement's amazing, identifying men harassers, but we've got to go beyond that. There's also women harassers in the workplace, sadly.
Yeah. And how did you? Well, let's take us deeper.
Okay, let's go deep, baby.
Yeah.
So,
Because I've been bullied by women, and I mean, it was the worst bullying of my life was in my career by a fellow female comic, and it
too.
was almost drove me out of my career. It drove me out of town.
I said me too. Do you get, this is
Yeah.
why it is the Me Too movement. This is the topic because we've been sexually harassed by men. It's almost expected, that's a potential, but you never think a girl is going to be harassing to you. I didn't.
It's a problem for sure. So, what do we do about it?
So here's the thing. We can't do anything about them. It's about putting the onus on us and saying, I used to believe turn a blind eye to someone's an asshole, like just look away, focus on you. That's the wrong answer because then you're turning a blind eye to you, your inner voice, your intuition. So my talk is all about how to create confidence within yourself so you can be a more confident, badass version of you. And I tell this story when I was in my early 20s, I was out running alone and a police officer said, one day a dog's going to come for you and you can't outrun a dog. You have to show dominance over it and you run at the dog, pointing at it. And it ended up happening. A Rottweiler came after me.
Whoa.
I knew, because he taught me, run at it. And I ran right at it, and the dog backed off. So I apply that to this lady.
So everybody taking bets on that dog lost that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Michael
have
Vick
taken a
was
bet on
very
it.
sad.
It was scary.
That dog
but
was
Because a bunch
around
of
later
people
that
with like
afternoon.
holding singles, like, shit.
It was also a puppy.
Yeah, I feel like
And you showed that puppy who's
You
boss.
showed that puppy who's boss.
Then I threw it into the river. Yeah, you got it.
That puppy's traumatized. Like, people are so mean. I'm just a little puppy walking around.
yeah,
Some
you
lady
didn't
runs
specify
at
the
me.
age of the dog.
Oh, Jesus.
So an old lady was walking it. Let's not forget about the walker.
She was just talking about an ugly woman came up to her. It wasn't. It was just a real dog of a lady.
Dog eat dog world out there.
You're absolutely right, and I was just talking about this before you came in about how
It was a blind woman, and it was her service dog. Now the lady gets lost. She just the dog runs off.
Oh, you're
She's
turning.
stuck.
You're turning two blind
The
eyes.
police is like, "What happened?" And she's like, "I don't know. I don't know."
You want to write down a sketch?
Yeah, you guys entertain yourselves
mean-
over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fun. We're having fun.
at least someone is. No.
Get it,
No.
bully.
It's so true. It's like I was just saying this to these guys about all the guys in my life that are giving me consternation and like just making me upset. And it's like, well, what is my role in this? What am I putting up with it? Am I like allowing it to get in? And you have to take some ownership of, because you cannot control anyone else. You can't control bully women. You can't, because I always want these women who hate me to like me. And I try desperately to get them to like me. Please like me so that whatever power you have in this industry, I can either have some of it, or we can share, or you won't be threatened by me, and you won't try to hurt my career because that's the thing. There are some women that have a lot of power, and they go, I'm not going to work on your network if you give her a show. Literally,
Listen,
that
here's the
conversation
thing.
happens.
When you're a threat, you will always be the target. And someone who's insecure is threatened by you. There's nothing
I can
just
do. keep
keep shining your MFing light, because I will tell you that brightens the world.
Yeah,
If you said to turn him blind, you don't turn him blind. Do you confront the asshole?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, for
so
sure.
you're gonna. But how do you approach them? Do you approach them in a combative way, or do
Not
you
like you two. Like, you don't ridicule them,
Yeah.
Instead, I mean, I think you can just take emotion out of it and say, hey, I don't like the way that you're speaking to me. That's
Yeah.
not cool.
Yes.
Like, is
Yeah.
there any chance that, we can treat each other with respect here? When you ask that question, someone who's insecure and a jerk, they're going to crumble when they
Yeah.
hear that.
Yes. I've never confronted my bully from my St. Louis days because I just haven't had a chance to, but I never handled it that way because I was too young to understand it. I would always implore her to understand that I wasn't sleeping with people for stage time. Whatever you're saying about me isn't true. And it didn't matter. She knew it wasn't true. She was spreading, that wasn't her. She wasn't working with the truth. She was just trying to get people to hate me. And there was nothing I could do to convince her. And the thing is, I hated her. So this bullshit of me being like, I like you, I want to be friends, was not even authentic to me.
Yeah.
What I should have said is, we don't like each other. I'm sorry that this is the way it is. You are doing things to purposefully jeopardize my career. I'm sorry that you were. That's what I always do to trolls. Is I'm like, I'm sorry that your mom made you feel like you were ugly, so now you call me ugly. Like, that's really. It's.
I don't want you to apologize to these people anymore. F that.
But I just like to say that I love like telling people that their mom didn't give them enough love, and it just it always is that. It's always that, and you just hit because there's just no way that someone is a piece of shit on Instagram or writing comments on Twitter and their mom loved them. It just
That's
is
sad,
across
though.
the board. It's sad, but it's like
Yeah.
that's why I go. I'm sorry. I am sorry because it's made you an asshole,
Yeah.
and now you have to deal. You hate yourself so much because your mom didn't love you enough that you have
Or
to call
dad,
me a
right?
man on Instagram or whatever the fuck or dad. But mom generally like nails it pretty hard. But it is how's dating going for you? I mean, I look at someone who's a self-help expert and so good about confidence and you just know that dating and attracting a man, it's all about what you're putting out there and it's confidence. No one more confident than you walking in here, Heather Monahan, and you
yeah,
look,
but that's a problem.
you're so
dating.
beautiful and you're
Oh my
so
God, you
sexy
are.
and you're
Thank
just
you.
you have everything going for you and you're single.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you want to
Well, let's just put it right out there that I'm single. I really haven't talked about this, so I'm excited. Yeah, I was engaged and 4 months ago, broke it off, and I
How
haven't
long
gone
were
on
you guys
one
together?
date. Oh my God, 8 years.
Oh, wow.
And how long were you engaged?
2 years.
And how long
Too
before the
long.
wedding?
He wouldn't have a conversation about the wedding,
Oh,
so that's why I
that's
broke
a red
up. It was-
flag.
It's like a red banner.
Yeah.
Yes.
You keep the ring?
I still have it. It's 8 carats.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
told him, I said, I want to give it back to you. I'm not some money grubber. Like, that's
Yeah.
not my thing. And I said, I want to give it back to you. And he said, I'm not in the right space to get it back. Like, let's wait. You know, it was sad. We
Yeah.
didn't want it to end. It was
Were you
it
living together?
No, that's the other problem. He
Oh,
wouldn't
my
move in
gosh.
with me. Yeah.
Wow. How did you even get him to propose?
Because I said, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. And
Yep,
then he
yep.
proposed. But, like, you shouldn't have to force someone
No.
to,
No.
you know what I
Should be
mean? It
organic.
sucks.
We were
Yeah.
just talking
Sucks.
about like when it's right. It's like every couple that I talk to, when it's right, they go, "It was just really easy."
Nothing's ever been like that
Nothing's
for me.
ever been
Yeah.
easy for me. though.
Andrew was on one date. He's already ready to eat her ass.
Yeah, that's true.
I am.
Aggressive.
Yeah.
Look, good.
Coming in hot.
She gave me a ring. On my rings, for that matter.
Yeah, so I'm going on my first date
It's an
tonight.
onion ring.
Wait, your first date out of your engagement?
Yes.
Oh my God, with who?
A 37-year-old.
Great.
Weird.
Is that not in your age range?
I'm
generally?
45, so like I'm
That's
used to
within.
being with people closer to my age. you know?
37 is good enough for a 45-year-old. I think that is a perfect age.
I've dated 8 years older.
Yeah.
It was good.
But
Yeah.
I like to be the best looking one. Like in a relationship, like I want to be sort of
You're-
like the younger one, like the better looking
Yeah.
one, because then they're like, "Oh, I'm so lucky to be with her."
But you are that hot. Like you for a 37-year-old, you're the best looking 37-year-old. Like you
I don't know.
that's
We'll see.
you truly are. You're stunning, and so you have nothing to worry about there. But I understand that too of like you want to be the prize. Like
Yes.
and I heard someone recently also say that the man should always like you more than
you
you like
have to
them.
because they're more prone to freaking cheating and screwing up and like straying
They
off.
need to put you on a pedestal. They
Yes.
need to
It's
look at you like,
facts.
how do I have this woman? How do I keep her?
Yes.
And that may seem unbalanced, but you should
Right.
feel that way about your man, but they should feel it a little bit more for you so that you.
100%.
So how did you meet this guy?
I was speaking at I was just telling these guys, I was speaking at an event here in the city at a museum a couple days ago, and he came up to me right after and said,
And asked you out?
yeah,
I love
so
it.
sexy. Yes.
And
I'm
what
like,
is-
"Oh, you're not intimidated by me? Oh, I love you.
Oh wow, yeah, because men can be so intimidated by us.
You. Yeah.
yeah,
Totally.
yeah. And but
Wouldn't
also,
you love that if you got off, you were on stage and you got off and someone came up and was like, "You're going out with me right now"?
if he was hot?
If he's
and,
hot, yeah,
like
of course.
because
With a
I've
great
had it
accent.
happen before.
What kind of
and-
accent?
German.
Oh.
I've
It's
never
like
heard German's great.
007. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, you like this guy? Have you?
No,
like,
but I don't want to. I don't want to like.
See, I'm too Jewy that if I heard a German accent asking me out, I'd have lots more questions. Hey, will you go on my train to this
Yeah.
camp? No, no, we fell for that before.
Yeah, we're not
Get
going-
out of here with your trains and your ovens. Oh, I have a very big oven. No, I will not. I'm sure it's for cooking.
He has a yarmulke on his lawn.
Would you be fine in an Uber? Just stay off the subway.
It is a German word.
It is German.
Yeah.
I know the Uber. Oh boy.
That's so fun. So you don't often have guys coming up and asking you out after.
Never. No.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot to me either. They slide into your DMs though. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
a little
not.
bit more.
They're
passive.
not good looking and like.
Never.
I don't respond.
Or they don't have their pics. They don't have their profile on. If you're a guy that's writing me to ask me out, make your profile unprivate until I can see. Give it a couple days so I might be able to look at
Exactly.
it, and then you can make it private again. But I'm not ever going to respond to you if you don't make if I can't see pictures of you.
Yeah, I can't.
It's not gonna. It's not gonna.
Invest-
And
Investigative
also,
work.
why doesn't Instagram make the profile photo bigger?
Yeah, I know.
I
They
think
really
that's an
need to.
excellent point.
Yeah.
It is a good point because you have to screenshot it and
Yeah.
then
blow it up.
zoom in, yes. I do it.
it's so
I have
overly
so many
pixelated.
screenshots of just that.
It's
First world problems.
Well, where are you going tonight? What's
Somewhere
the plan?
in Soho. I don't know. I don't.
He picked the place though.
Yeah.
He picked the place.
Yeah.
And was he
Oh.
like? So how did he approach? What did he say? He just went up to you and was like, "You're going out with me tonight,
He said we are going for a drink right now.
right now." So you went to a drink
And
right then.
Well, my friend knew him, so I said, "Hang on a second." I ran over to my friend. And I said, "Is he a murderer? Like,
Yeah.
you know, is this
Yeah.
safe?" And he said, "No, yeah, you can go." And so we ended up going
And
to
so
the
you
butterfly
already
room.
went somewhere. Did you kiss?
Butterfly room?
Yeah,
Oh,
that was cool.
it's nice.
Did you
Yeah.
kiss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh my god. Did you? Okay.
In the street?
No, because he has a little puppy, and we were with his friend, and we went to his house to drop
Yelled
his
at it?
dog off.
Oh, that's a very good way to get
It
somebody
was
into
such
their
a
apartment.
tricky way.
It's a trick.
It was a trick. And then he
Oh,
kissed
I
me
have this
there.
adorable
Nice.
puppy
Yes.
for you to see.
It's like a drug dealer.
yeah,
like,
and then you
bringing the
attacked
drug-
it because that's your thing.
No, I didn't. I haven't been on a date with anyone in
You're like,
8
I know
years.
how to
I was
deal
like,
with a
I gotta
dog.
get out of here. Like, this
Wow.
is weird. I didn't like that.
Oh my God, you're so excited.
I know, I
I'm
am.
feeling it
So
from
annoying.
you.
This is
Do you
so
live
annoying.
here in town?
No, I live in Miami.
Okay, and then where does he live?
Here.
Here? How's this
that's
gonna
good.
work?
Well, I don't want to be in a relationship. Who am I kidding? I just got out of one.
Oh, so you just want a fun
like
thing.
a distraction.
A
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you just got out of a thing. How long
Yeah.
ago did you break it off?
4 months.
Wow. Well, that was so hard to do.
How old
Yeah,
was
it's so
he?
sad. 49.
Okay.
Just a couple of years old.
Yeah, it was sad when you put in 8 years.
It's
and
still sad.
yeah.
Like, I thought I was marrying that guy.
Oh,
Ugh, bummer.
Yeah, my ex is coming back into the picture a little bit.
Wait, why?
Well, we've been off and on for the past. We were together 4 years. We created a show together. It got canceled. Then we got canceled, and I canceled us after that. And then we were just having sex for 2 years. You know, just like hanging out. I would go to his families at Christmas. Like we were both from the same town, so whenever we were back for the holidays, we would like fall back into each other. And then this past spring we were seeing each other again, and it got to the point where I was like, we need to get married at some point. Like we need to get in, like that's what I want with you. And he was like, I don't want that ever for my life. And I'm like, okay, well, then bye. And then I said goodbye. And that's what happens when you tell a guy what you want, and you're honest, and you say your feelings, and you take a step back. And then this other thing came up where he felt like I betrayed him, and he reached out to me. He heard this thing that I had talked about and was like, I can't. Like he heard about me hooking up with another guy while we were we weren't dating, but we were seeing each other still. But I talked about hooking up with someone, and he was like, I can't believe you hooked up with that guy. Like it just hurt him because he knew that guy. And I go, I'll never hear from him again. He's never going to forgive me for that. Like it's done. And I was like, it's truly done. And it almost felt good because I was like, I need to be done. I need to have like killed it by hurting him so bad in a way that I didn't intend to, but you know, this is it. And then he fucking slid back in this weekend.
Oh,
No, don't let him.
Don't let him. It's a
No,
trap.
that's right.
No, the thing is, he absolutely, I've always told him, and I always told any guy, like, I love him, and like, not romantically right now, but I do wish the best for him, and I would have liked, he has every capability of being the guy for me, but he is just not.
He's not.
Coming after me. He was just not pursuing me, but if he does, he absolutely has a chance.
All right, can we vote on this, please?
I mean,
No, if he got his
Yeah.
act together and started going to therapy and trying to work.
Nikki, he's not going to.
But he's
Listen
not going
to me.
to, yeah.
8 years
I don't
later,
know.
take my advice. Don't be 45 and wake up one day and say, I just waited 8 years for this person that never
Oh, I'm
woke
not
up."
waiting, but if he comes like crawling back and like does the work, then I will entertain it for sure. I will. But the thing is, he won't. But that's the thing, he won't. And none of these guys will. I had another guy last night that was texting me, and I've given up on this guy just trying to play it cool. I'm like, I want to be your girlfriend. I want to be in a relationship with you. I want to move. I'm not sure of it, but that's what I would like to happen. So if you don't want that, leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's going to now because I was clear. But now I don't have to fucking
was that in person or
text.
And what did he write back to that? Oh yeah, what
can
were
we-
the texts? We never went over. 'em.
Okay, so this is
He
pretty
just texted
good.
back K period.
Yeah,
I wish
yeah,
he was
yeah,
here.
yeah. Who dis?
Okay.
Who dis?
Yeah. Who does new phone?
So we had a talk.
funny.
They are funny. They're both comedians.
And magician.
So
Yeah.
we talked.
Make these men disappear out of her life.
I
please.
know. No, I'm making them disappear by being authentic and by being like, this is what I want. Instead of playing games anymore,
Good.
I'm just leading with my feelings because I know I'm 35. I don't want to fuck around anymore.
Don't.
I don't want to take scraps. So I told this guy the other night I was supposed to see him, and he had a date coming. We both work in the same place, and he had a date coming. And I go, we're both working tonight. I would like to hang out with you. And he's like, I have this date. I want to cancel on her. And I go, yeah, you should. Like, let's do this. And he's like, I made a commitment to myself to not cancel. And I'm like, okay, fine. You don't need to cancel. That's fine. But the next night we could have seen each other. He had a different date that night. Brings a different date on set. This is Friday and Saturday. 2 different girls both times. And I'm just like,
like that.
you make no effort to come after me. He's just not ready for a real thing. So I'm not even like, it's not me. It's not, has nothing to do with me. He actually does like me, but he's just incapable of it.
Right.
So then last night, I'm like so fed up with this guy. He writes to something on my Instagram story, and it's
I
just
love
like,
that you just read this right off your phone.
yeah. And it's Chris DiStefano for anyone who's wondering. So if you're listening, Chris, no.
It's cool. He's a doctor.
Oh God.
He's a doctor. What? I don't
No,
get that
like
reference.
like you can't. If he was like a regular person, you wouldn't be able to say his first and last name. Like
Oh, right. No, yeah, you can. You can do whatever you want.
you could, but
He's a
it'd be
comedian. He's another comedian. He's been
I
on the show a bunch. We
assumed.
talk about how we make it. So I said, He goes, oh, he was drunk DMing me, and he goes,
You're burying this guy.
wait, we should call him. I would love to call him because this.
Oh shit.
I want to not. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well,
Call
this
him
is
up.
what he said. He said he got confronted last night by a comedian because of his material, and another comedian called him out and was like, you can't do those jokes in 2019." And he was
Wow.
just like,
Oh,
he was
nice.
pissed off
Wow.
about it, and he goes, he says, "I like this guy, but people feel too safe now." He's talking about the comedy world in general. He goes, "Only one that should feel safe is you because I protect you. Sorry, babe, I'm drunk. Went to a Rangers game, but you know what I mean." I said, first of all, that is,
Ew.
I know. It's just like,
Get rid of this guy.
I said, first of all, that story is hilarious about the comedian because it was funny. He goes into detail. And I go, and secondly, I do not feel protected by you like I would like to feel, but I do love touching you and being around you. Noah, approved? Okay. And he said, well, I'm changing that. I've been boxing and hitting shit, so def know that I'll hit somebody if they ever make you feel anything but comfy wumpy. I love touching you too.
this is a junior in high school, by the way.
I said, I said, it's not about you working out more. You're seriously perfect. I just mean
Why
that
are you even responding to? Why are we reading this?
Why? Because
Done. This
really?
is
Why?
ridiculous. Really? Are you
No,
joking?
but keep
You
reading
guys.
though. It's fun. I
Yeah,
wanna
no, it
see-
is
like-
crazy.
I love
When a
it.
guy,
though.
I think that's, I have a lot. I have friends that are girls, and it's always the whole thing is when a guy tells you something, believe them.
Thank you.
If
exactly.
a guy's not interested, if a guy is not like, if a guy's acting not interested, they're not
They're not.
interested. You don't. It's not your job to make them interested.
Well, I know. His actions. I get it.
His actions speak a lot louder than.
I know, but I have to say that I feel a lot of empathy for his situation because
What's the empathy? He's bringing all these chicks around to the shows. If he was interested in you, he wouldn't do it.
I don't think that it is me and that they are like I can't get into it, but I'll tell you off air why I relate to it so much. But it's like I can't speak to it right now, but I just feel the girl thing I don't really give a shit about. It's like it's a problem he has, and it's like he'll figure it out in due time. But too much due time. I don't have time. So I said, he goes, so he thought me saying I would like you to protect me was about me being like, you're not strong enough. So he goes, I'm working out.
Wow.
So I go, it's not about you working out more. You're seriously perfect. I just mean that I don't feel like you're anywhere close to being my man, and that's what I would like to feel someday. And he said, I want to grab you by the back. Well, he said something very sexually aggressive. And put my hands down your da-da-da-da-da. And I said, and then he just liked what I said. And then he goes, we would be a pretty unstoppable couple. And that is when I realized he is not on the same page as me. He looks him thinking about us together is like, wow, look at what
What a
people
power
would think
team,
about
yeah.
us. Whereas I'm just like, I just want someone to love me, and I want to love someone. I don't want people to go, wow, they can do anything in their career.
Right.
Like that was just what made me go, okay, well, that's done. And that feels good to be done with that.
Yeah.
Like that's what I feel like as women, we just often, or as for me, I often don't actually tell people how I feel because I'm scared of the rejection. I'm scared of the anger. I'm scared of their response, which I ultimately have no control over. So as long as I'm authentic and I tell people what I want, if they can't give it to me, good. That's such a gift to learn that. And so now I went to bed last night, and usually if I engage in a text conversation with him or any guy that I like who's rejecting me before bed, I can't sleep. I'm just going, fuck him. I'm washing my face going, motherfucker. Like this time I was just like, It felt freeing because I put it out there. I was honest. I didn't get rejected. It's impossible for him to give me what I want. He can't give it to anyone.
Good for you. This is
So
good.
it feels really good. So I am done with that, but it was funny. And I'll probably make out with him again at some point. But like,
Oh my God.
because a girl needs to get it.
Look, he's been boxing.
Yeah.
He's so hot. Because Heather, I don't want a relationship with him, but I do feel very sexually attracted to him, and I deserve to get to make out with people still, even if they're worthless.
There's
Like,
got
I
to be other people that don't have that much
More
baggage.
worthy. Yeah. You're
Everyone
right.
keeps saying that, Nikki, why are you going after these guys? And it's like, because I am so rarely sexually attracted to someone. It takes I have so many sexual blocks and intimacy blocks when it comes to sex that when I actually
Why?
want... Because of my childhood and like I wasn't molested, but it seems like I was. Like I just feel like I could have been at some point, and I've blocked it out or something. But sex for me is so hard. It's so hard for me to want to kiss a guy, even kiss a guy. It's like when people kiss people willy nilly, I'm just like, how do you do that? I would say people have as much discretion about sex that I do for making out. Like I will not make out with someone unless I already like them so much.
I'm going to introduce you to the 37-year-old.
He's yours.
Are you passing him off?
I don't want him. I don't really want him.
I
But
am German.
I think you would definitely want to make out with this guy.
Okay, well that's
Maybe he
I
has
like
a friend.
that. I like a
Pass by.
recommendation.
I'll have you pass by tonight.
Maybe he has a friend.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, he's got to have a friend.
I'm sure he's.
But I really feel like that I'm reaching a point where I'm doing so much work on myself that I'm realizing it's as long as I keep working on myself, the right person's gonna come in.
Yes.
And it will be exactly as I've heard before, easy. And it will not be this.
Yes.
Yeah.
What should I text him that's gonna make him
Right.
like
But
me
also,
and all
like,
this stuff?
not to throw all men under the bus, but they deserve it because men are terrible. I feel like anytime I'm hanging out with my friends that are girls and they're reading texts, they're always like trying to interpret it,
And
and
you
it's
guys
always
are
like
so
they're
simple.
saying exactly
Yeah.
what they mean.
And that's
Stop
what
trying to read into it and be like, no, but actually he does love me. No, he doesn't.
And you know
He
what?
said it in the text.
Harrison, you're
And then he
so
sent a
right.
SpongeBob meme. He's a child.
Yes.
Just read the text. It's not the Rosetta Stone.
And you know what, Harrison? You're so right because women read into text too much.
Way too much.
Because we aren't being authentic in our text. So we are projecting.
It's like they're trying to read Ulysses, like trying to.
That's the TED Talk.
They're trying to
This is your
interpret
TED
every
Talk.
line.
This is it. It's like women,
Yes.
we aren't being true about our feelings and being real. And so we expect men to be deceiving
Yes.
us constantly.
You
But
guys are much smarter and more complex
if
than we are.
change
Completely
the way
agree.
we behave, we will then be able to interpret when guys are texting us because we will understand what it is to just be true to your word and be true to your feelings. So I'm
You're
all about
texting
just,
back in time to a caveman.
Yeah, you are.
So like, don't try to be. What does this pictogram mean? Like it just means what it is.
I asked Andrew, we were talking about the friend zone because he was like getting a lot of shit about having a lot of girlfriends. And I said to him on our podcast, I go, what have you learned about girls by hanging out with so many of them? And what did you say?
I mean, about
Make this quick because I got to go to a break, like as in one sentence.
that.
They talk. We talk about boys and analyze everything.
Tell me everything you know in
way
1 minute.
Too much.
No, you fill up airtime or dead time with talking about boys. Like you can't just sit silent. Like you have, and then
No, but weren't you saying like we deconstruct the minutia, which
Yes.
the guy meant nothing
Yes.
except what he meant,
Exactly.
but we're reading into it so
Yes.
much because we're sending mixed messages. It starts with us, ladies. It starts with us. Heather Monahan is here. Andrew Collin is here. Harrison Greenbaum is here. More show ahead of us. Save big when you make Burlington your coat headquarters for great looks. The family will love. Sorry. God, Heather, you made me nervous being here, being a whatever you were, a chief revenue of sales. Listen, this is what I know about Burlington. They're one of those places that you can go and you're going to get all the top styles. They have great fashion pickers. They're picking out the best clothes for you at the best prices. This is up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day at Burlington. They have new stuff coming in every day. The top styles, the hottest trends like color blocking, animal prints, high shine, and the newest logo looks. If you haven't been to Burlington in a while, they've changed everything and they are the hip place to go shop now. I can't wait to stop by a Burlington. I always walk by them and I go, Burlington Coat Factory? Are they more than great coats like their slogan used to say? Yes, they are. All the hottest trends. Go check out Burlington near you. Burlington, style for everyone. And we'll be back with more show after this. Oh, yeah, it's back. We're back. It's You Up with Nikki Glaser. Let's get into our pop moment of the day. Yeah. Yeah.
Or not.
No, here we go. Oh, yay. It's time for Nikki's Pop Moment, brought to you by Burlington. Find your nearest Burlington store at burlington.com. Burlington style for everyone. I have my guests here to collab on this Pop Moment. Andrew Collin is here. Harrison Greenbaum is here. Heather Monahan is here. You can check out her new TED Talk, which will be up in a couple weeks. It's going to be about the Me Too movement and how women have a role to play in that as well. Very excited about that. She has a book also that you can check out. What is your book called?
Confidence Creator.
Confidence Creator. And God, you I've learned so much from you already today. Thank you for being here. But we got to get to our pop moment. Let's talk about Pete Davidson is now dating Kaya Gerber, Cindy Crawford's daughter. She just turned 18, and they were spotted enjoying a meal at a popular brunch spot, Sadelle's, on Wednesday. And so he just gets the hottest girls ever because he's famous. And that's the way it works when men get famous.
Yeah, that
you
sums
think-
it up.
Are they just hanging out? Do we know, like, is it confirmed that they made out or that
I'm
they've
sure
hooked up?
that they've at least made out. They were spotted together. Andrew couldn't stand this news.
I mean-
he's so jealous. Andrew, when you get famous, you'll be able to get whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's the way it works for men. It's not the same for women. No. When we're on
How do
stage,
you
no
think-
one gives a fuck. The guys are actually turned off by women with confidence.
They're intimidated.
And men, yeah.
How do you
I
think that
think
went
shitty
down?
guys are turned. I think there's a,
You're right.
a subset of
Well
dudes
said.
who understand. Like, I think it's hot.
I don't even think it's shitty guys. It's just like guys that are insecure. And so many men are
Sure.
insecure.
Listen, I just interviewed Jessie Itzler and Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, she's a freaking powerhouse,
Oh,
right?
yeah, no
Gorgeous,
one-
successful, billionaire. He's so confident in himself, he praises her. And
Yes.
it's like, you have to find someone that strong and like that confident.
Until she takes off the Spanx.
Wouldn't that be great if she takes off Spanx and she's just Jabba the Hutt? Like, she's just like,
oh, God.
I got alien.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What,
she's lovely.
How do you
I'm
think
sure
they
she's
got
lovely.
in? How do you think they got in touch? You think through
DMs.
agents?
DMs.
DMs. Always DMs, dude.
When you're famous, Instagram is just a catalog.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's not on Instagram anymore. But I wonder.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
He's probably on something.
She's got to be.
And where do you go out?
Raya.
She's 18. You're not gonna be able to go to a bar.
How old is he?
Well,
26.
25.
25.
25. The duo were he was leaving Kaya's apartment, and he said that they were just friends. But I mean, they're probably.
I just kind of feel sad for both of them in the sense that like they can't, like Pete. I feel bad for Pete because he like I dated around a shit ton, but like every time I left somebody's apartment, it wasn't like
I
news.
want that so bad. I want to be
Caught
stalked
coming-
by the paparazzi. I want people to be talking
Coming
about
out
who
of
I could
NYU
be dating.
dorms.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah,
Did you
no.
see
Just
Lady
for a little
Gaga just
bit.
said fame is a prison?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I loved someone's response.
A
to that
prison
was
is a
prison.
prison.
No, a prison
Oh,
is
Amanda
prison,
Knox
my friend.
right back. Yeah,
that was good.
Prison is a prison.
I could see you coming out of NYU dorms like with big black glasses.
I
Just in
love
a purple sweater. Yeah,
I swear, I fucked the RA.
Oh my god.
I fucked the RA.
Oh, that's so
my
funny.
God.
You have like on all NYU clothes, like try to fit in.
No, I just
The
I've
purple.
They
always
catch you
wanted that.
swiping in with his ID.
Yeah.
I know that is so shallow and stupid, but I just want one time to date a famous person and be caught canoodling in a paparazzi photo from across the street when I didn't know. There's just something about like
Voyeurism.
you know what I want? I just want confirmation that a boy likes me, and I want to see it in a photograph because when I'm
so many people like you. Are you
Yes.
mental?
No, I want to see a touching moment between me and a man that I don't know it. Like, I want to see it from an outsider's perspective.
Interesting.
Like, I want to see a man cherish me
So
from
do
afar.
this.
Should I
Set
grab
up
that
your
guy in the hall right now?
do
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a
I'll take
great
Grab a
security.
guy. Put your phone on
He's
the
looking at you.
Yeah, he does.
put your phone on the 10-second timer.
Yes. Oh, that's a good point.
Grab any man
Oh,
and
there you
just
go.
make out with him,
I should.
No, she doesn't want to
stage
make out with
that.
anybody. Remember,
or,
she said
or
yeah.
hold him.
Oh my god.
Grab any hot man
Yeah,
in
you
Soho.
can call TMZ and they'll take some pictures.
No, I have a paparazzi's number, and he was like, if you ever are like dating a guy, just call us and we'll shoot across the street. So I'm never gonna do that because that seems really pathetic, but it will happen for me where I date someone famous. It is a
Totally.
goal, just like I've
Put it out
manifested
there.
everything else in my life. I will manifest being caught canoodling. I mean, the best thing that ever, the closest this has happened to me was grocery store Joe and I, when we were on Dancing with the Stars, went to go get Starbucks and a break during the when we were practicing at the same studio, and we walked to Starbucks together, and I saw the paparazzi across the street, and I was like, oh, and he's dating my friend Kendall, so I knew that they were gonna make something like maybe so I just looked like I was having such a good time, and maybe like the pictures could look like we were dating, and I fucking nailed it because they were so good. It was my biggest dream is to be caught by paparazzi. I don't want them to be stalked by them, but I want them to catch a moment from afar. I love when my friends take a picture of me and I don't know that I'm being on camera, and then
candid.
I see it,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, I don't look as bad as I always think I look. Like, it's just when we're all just posing for pictures, it's not really who we are. You don't get a chance to see.
Wait,
who
have you
actually
not
are.
seen your Netflix video? You look amazing.
Yeah, but that was a performance. I want to see what I'm like when I think no one's watching. That's kind of what I want to. It's voyeuristic.
I walked dogs in Greenwich, and it was Ryan Reynolds, it was Jake Gyllenhaal, it was all these people live. Justin Timberlake.
Oh my gosh,
all of them
this is
live in the
amazing.
same place, and I would walk these like really fancy poodles, and I'd wear sunglasses, and I'd walk out, and you would see the paparazzi out there, and they'd go, oh, hey, everyone, and then they'd realize, no, it's just a shitty dog. It's just a poor loser.
Yeah, his
Like
shoes
you
are
could see
untied.
the look on their face of like, no, he's nobody. He's a no.
When
every
you know
day.
when you know that the dogs you're walking have better health insurance than you do.
Oh my God,
They
they,
were-
definitely
they
did.
definitely have better.
These were like toy poodles that were worth like $20,000
Oh, yeah.
easy.
What?
Yeah,
They-
I don't know. They're like they just raise them inside a little cage. I don't know how they grow. He put in so much money into these dogs. Like
Yeah.
taking them to the vet when they had like a little diarrhea. He's like, hey, we could grab that fecal matter. I'd have to like pick it up and like, yeah, it was a tough job. But,
Yeah,
you know,
I was thinking about getting a cat.
No, don't do it.
Why?
Cat lady.
Yeah, I don't care.
Then it's
No.
the over.
I love
Some
birds.
hater,
allergic.
a hater wrote that
I'm
on my
allergic
wall.
to cats.
You're getting too old. You're gonna end up living with cats alone.
Well, guess what? His mom definitely lives with cats.
Yeah.
alone. That's why he had that on the tip of his tongue. Like every Instagram hater, it's about their mom. Just always write back, I'm sorry your mom lives with her cats alone. Like,
No,
and then he writes, it is my mom. like with a sad
respond to someone like that. I went on IGTV and I said, just so everyone knows, I freaking hate cats. So
You do?
you pegged the wrong lady, my
I
friend.
thought I hated
I'm
cats.
allergic
My
to
friend.
That's how
cats.
you got back
Yeah.
to him by
Oh yeah, you
saying
said your
it.
girl.
Yeah, I had a joke about that, but it was a true thing. Somebody in the audience was like, then you should never go near a lion. And I was like, well, that's not my biggest concern.
Yeah,
If I end up
I
next
wasn't
to a lion.
considering that. Thank you.
Those
Yeah.
are next to a lion like, wow,
Dude,
my eyes are so itchy.
Harrison, that's
fucking
so
lion.
funny to be like, I'm allergic to lions. Like
Yeah.
that's how you say it instead
Yeah,
of cats.
they are
That's-
big cats.
That's hilarious.
I'm allergic to them.
That's
I get
so
little
funny.
sniffles from big cats.
Yeah, tigers can't do it. My
Oh
little
my
eyes itching.
God. Like instead of dogs, I'm allergic to wolves. I
Yeah.
can't be. If you have a wolf at your apartment.
Yeah, if you have a wolf, I can't visit. I'm sorry.
Do you have hypoallergenic wolves? You can breed those. That's so funny.
He was here.
Yeah, I was thinking about getting a cat because Hannah Berner, my friend, the other night was like, I know no one likes cats, but they're just perfect for my lifestyle because you can leave them a whole weekend and they don't care.
They don't
And
die.
And if you
Maybe
die,
you
they'll
could,
eat your face.
maybe you could like rent
Yeah,
a cat. Like
That's the first. I don't want people to remember this one. Eat away. Just
you're
don't
gonna
eat
be
my
gone so
arms.
much. You're gone so
yeah,
much.
Yeah.
you don't want to.
It's just another thing to like have to think.
I know,
and I
but
know
when I'm
cats are
home-
more self-sustaining, but
No,
You're
you
right,
can
you don't want
literally
that.
leave them for 3 days. And I know that people, cat listeners, are like, I would get someone to come, cat listeners, all the cats,
Meow meow.
they're like, meow. Don't leave. They like being left alone, but I would have a cat sitter. But you don't need to walk them.
You can watch the cat.
Yes,
I'm
Andrew.
on the road with her.
Yeah, that's
darn
true.
it.
But the cats,
I'm not a dog walker anymore.
The cats
are
I
also
made
just
it.
not
I made it.
nice.
I have made it.
Like when a soldier comes home from war, that dog runs at him. Or like when somebody dies, you see the dog by the gravestone. Cats don't give a shit.
no, I know, but
You're right.
no, they do. Because
cat's
when
like,
they,
"Oh, you're back."
When cats love you, they love you,
Great.
and they love only you, and you have to earn their love. It's like a